Hello, everyone. Welcome to Tins and Gins, featuring RG Daxter, Perception. I just spilled fucking gin. Myself, Beardy, and this week's guest, Mr. JoeFabulous.
It's actually just JoeFabulous. I keep saying Mr. JoeFabulous as well. There's something about it.
Mr. JoeFabulous.
Yeah.
Variety streamer, very comical, bigger energy than my beard. And unfortunately, he's from the wrong coast, but still a swell fellow. Welcome in, Joe.
Thanks for having me, man. I feel so underprepared for this.
All
this
it's fine. So are we.
I'm not used to this at all.
Dude, we've been doing this for I think like 30-something episodes now, and we're still like every time it's the first time.
The first question we have when we all got in Discord is like, what fucking episode are we doing? Like just the numbers.
Always.
Every week.
Every week.
Yeah.
We still go. What episode is this?
Yeah. So
why are we still doing this? What the fuck's going on?
Why is this shit still going on? But yeah, Joe, thanks for joining us. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. And guys, I said it already, but Joe is so dedicated for Tins and Gins. He rescheduled a dentist appointment today just so he can drink with us. That's dedication.
Listen, alcohol will kill anything that's going on in that mouth right now, so you're good.
Hey, Joe, if you have a cavity there, just swig the wine into it, clear it out, you know?
Yeah.
Get some vodka.
Kills the bacteria. Yeah.
Kills it all. Death to bacteria. Oh.
So, Joe's from the West Coast, so obviously it's quite early for yourself, so we don't expect Joe to get absolutely plastered. But the rest of us...
Got the wine anyway.
What do you mean? I expect
it. Actually, yeah, Beardy's drinking gin, lads. What's this?
I am drinking gin. I am drinking the Hendrix.
Madness.
The Hendrix gin.
Nice. So, Beardy's usually on the whiskeys.
Yes, I'm the whiskey guy.
So, Joe, what kind of drink do you like? Are you just a wine guy, or do you like whiskeys and gins, or?
I'm really not picky, honestly. Actually, well, okay, to a certain extent. Like, none of this Bud Light fucking bullshit. Like, you know, like the water beers, like the college beers and stuff. No, none of that shit. Like, it has to have taste.
Keystone
Whatever
guy?
it is.
Not a big Keystone guy.
No, I don't know.
Natty Lights.
Natty Lights.
I've heard the rumors of Natty Lights.
He is neither natty nor light.
So, Joe, do you want to fill us in on what you've been streaming lately? Unfortunately, I every day I wake up, I have like a notification on my phone saying
it's like
Joe went live.
3 p.m. for you, I think.
3 or 4 usually, yeah.
The time zone is just fucking borked. Yeah. No, lately I beat. I was doing the Terrasna Bot Ultra Nightmare master level. It took me about 3 days. Finally beat it. And our first attempt of the day, funny enough, we got a BFG crash in the very last part of the level. And you know, there's no checkpoints, so I'm like, oh great, fucking A. So, but yeah, we beat that. So that was a lot of fun. I don't know what you thought about that, but I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I really liked it.
And then also Bloodborne as the main game. And then pretty much, I think before that, it was just kind of like, you know, some Mario Kart, I know, for the charity stream we did, and then we did like some Jackbox stuff. So really just kind of like Doom is the centerpiece, sort of, kind of, at points, and then other times I kind of fluctuate between like a lot of different games. Like, as you saw, Mario Golf, for example, which we played for a whopping 20 minutes before I got bored.
and 15 of those were Joe just doing this.
Yeah, just...
What the fuck? Like why is it working? Oh, that was funny. That was funny as fuck.
Is there a genre that you like? You prefer there? Like anything in particular? Like you like a first-person shooter? You like the more MMO? I mean,
yeah. Lately I've been on a Doom binge for sure, because that game just has a lot of content to it. It's stimulating enough for me to keep, you know, entertained.
That's also the same thing.
But you know, I remember I really enjoyed Dark Souls. Those are games I could see myself easily going back to. Bloodborne I still have to finish, and then after that I want to do Sekiro and Nioh as well. I figure it would make sense going to the next sword fighter type games. But really, I'm not super picky when it comes to games, at least certain ones, and then also retro too. A little bit of retro games here and there.
Did you hear about? I think they're talking about coming out with a open world like Sekiro type of game.
Oh really?
Oh, Elden Ring?
Maybe it's like I think they said it's like Dark Souls-esque, but like open world-ish.
Yeah, it'll probably be Elden Ring.
I could be wrong a little bit here.
Probably be, yeah. I would think it's Elden Ring, yeah.
I didn't really.
Yeah, it is FromSoft that's doing that, aren't they?
Yeah,
is it FromSoft?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started playing Dark Souls. I started playing Dark Souls 3 lately, Joe. It's good. It's tough. It's fucking tough.
Yeah.
But it's fun. It's a break from Doom.
Is it a blind playthrough?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. Same situation as me. Yeah.
There's a lot of replayability, and by replayability I mean I fight every boss about 10 times, and then it's just like, I'll beat him this time. It'll be fine.
No, that's the thing is you always say to yourself, I'll beat him this time. Then he like 2-shots you. And you're like, oh great.
Yeah, or through the fucking wall. That stupid witch bitch.
Dude, yeah. It's the worst.
Yeah. Does nearly everybody have the same tactic for like Dark Souls when they start off? Like, I'm just going to go in like sword and axe and just going to beat the shit out of him. And then you're just like, yeah, this isn't really working too well. And you see other people, I'm going to go to it mage and cheese the shit out of everything.
Yeah, I couldn't play that.
Basically, that's Dark Souls in a nutshell.
I'm just like fuck dodging, fuck blocking,
just swing,
just going.
Yeah, and I'd be dead. Yeah.
Don't even spit on it, man.
Horribly. Yeah, nothing. Just right in there.
No wine and dine. Just
just straight in.
The cab's already on its way, so let's hurry this up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's already decided.
Beardy charges in like it's chivalry. For Agatha!
I was about to say, chivalry is the game that Beardy needs. Man, that was a fucking great game.
Nice. It's nice. It gets old kind of quick, though. You play the same game mode over and over. It's like,
kind of mindless. But when you charge in and just swing a sword and take like 3 heads off and 2 of them are your teammates, it's fucking great.
Yeah. It's like, if you kill another teammate, you're like, what the fuck do you want me to do? An axe that's 19 feet long, for Christ's sakes, in a group of people.
I used to love in that game, back on Chivalry 1, when there would be like 2 people left, 1 on each team, and they'd drop their swords and just go fists. And like, it would be a known thing, if somebody takes their fists out, you can't hit them with a sword, you have to do it as well. And it'd be like a fucking 5-minute just fisting battle. Literally my internet history.
There's actually one of the fun things, like you can like pick up bread. You can like fight people with bread, or like chickens in the one level. You pick chicken. You like,
throwing cabbages at the back head.
The chicken's still alive, and just blocking sword hits with it. And somehow going. Yeah.
Joe, you had a question for us yesterday on stream. Something about anger, rage.
Like a topic, yeah. No, actually, this segues from Dark Souls really well, because I wanted to ask you guys, like, how do you personally handle, like, in general, not just Dark Souls, but in general, like rage in video games, like how, like whether it's multiplayer, single player, like what, like is there like a threshold you hit where it's just like, okay, that's the point of no return, like where I'm fucking pissed and like I'm still cool, and like how do you guys usually kind of get around that, or if you can at all?
Walk away. I'm just like, I'm done. Like, it just takes it out of you. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm drained. I'm done. I can't do this anymore.
I don't usually
such a funk. I go from mad to just like, I'm fucking over this, and just leave.
I don't usually rage that much actually when I'm playing games.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
I'm just kind of like, oh, for fuck's sake, but then it's just like, yeah, whatever. But I don't know. I think League of Legends for a good few years kind of does that to you. Just like, whatever. Like, I don't give a shit. But yeah, no, even with Doom, like doing 100% UN there's a lot of resets and stuff, but I've never got like genuinely pissed and fucking annoyed. I always try find a humor in what has happened, or just say I'm playing a fucking multiplayer game and some guy is like, "You're fucking retarded. Oh god, like you're an idiot, and I'm just like, I did nothing wrong. I always try find the humor in them, like, you know, trying to make fun of me and shit.
For shit, yeah.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, I'm a complete 180. I used to play COD and FIFA a lot, but they cost me a lot of controllers and a lot of money. And it was only for those games where it was like it was some part like out of my control, but just like I never had that threshold of like, okay, I'm pissed, I should stop playing. It was just like, okay, I'm good, I'm fucking.
You see this right here? This patch on my wall here? And don't judge me the patch on the wall, because I still have to paint the room, all right? That is actually a hole in the wall from NHL, I believe. Yeah, that was a stud, too.
I think actually, that reminds me, in college, in my college room, there was three walls that were made out of wood or plasterboard, and there was one wall that was solid concrete. You see where this is going? I came home drunk one night and there was drama and I was so pissed off, and I came in and I just went thump, and of course I punched the concrete wall, And I didn't break anything, but fuck me, it hurt.
Nice.
So I think ever since then, I was just like, maybe I shouldn't get angry.
You tell yourself that, but yeah, shit happens.
I just get sad.
Yeah. I just drink Tins and Gins. And...
You find more control with that with age, though. Well, most people do. You do see still people like in their 30s acting like absolute children when something happens. But I think a better release is just to like try take the piss out of it, or at least get salty and just speak it out instead of going full on baby man.
Joe, the question that I had lined up for you. This is a question from Guy in chat. A guy in chat. So, Joe,
just a random.
Right, this is a serious question, okay? We've asked a few people this and we've had multiple answers, right? So, there's 3 questions, I suppose, that line up to the main big question, all right? If you fuck a dude in the ass, right? Would you call that gay?
If I fuck a dude in the ass?
Yeah.
As a man, if I fuck a dude in the ass, is that gay? Technically, yes.
Okay.
I mean,
all right. Okay. That's where we're getting. That's where I think most people are like, yeah, that's pretty fucking gay. Anyway, if you fucked a pocket pussy, is that gay?
No.
Right.
Unless,
but here's
unless you're imagining
it's a dude.
Like, if it's
but if you're imagining it was like a vagina or whatever. Okay, so the main question, right? If you put a pocket pussy into a dude's ass and then fuck the pocket pussy, is that gay?
If you're putting it in his ass, then he claims ownership of it, and it is gay. If it's inside him, and you are,
but are you gay for fucking it?
Have we ever gotten a different answer?
It's 2 guys. Think of it this way. Think of it this way. It's 2 guys having sexual intercourse, and there's a lot of different kinds of intercourse you can engage in, right? And this is one of them. I imagine this could be a fetish, but if it's 2 guys engaging in a sexual act, that is gay. It doesn't matter if it's a pocket pussy or a fucking toilet paper tube, whatever. You just
toilet paper tube. Hold on,
the other person can't feel it.
Let me write that down. Hold on.
That's the argument. The whole thing was the other person
test
can't
after
feel it,
stream.
might not be gay.
Oh yeah. Toilet paper tube.
Toilet paper tube. Might be a bit big. There might be a fucking echo, but
that is a dry rub for sure.
Just stuff a sock down there.
Oh Jesus. So Joe, the question I had for you, I suppose to get to know you better, is the question I asked before we started stream. Oh, look at this. You can see me moving my white screen. That's fucking cool. But yeah, Joe, we kind of had a mixed answers of what age we think you are. So there was a bunch of us in chat earlier when we were getting your clips together. Guy thinks you're 24. Me and Perception think you're 27. Bag thinks you're 21, and Slippy thinks you're 23. So is anyone close? Or who's the winner?
Yeah, fuck me, right?
Any other guesses in chat? Tyler says 28.
Any other guesses while we're on this topic?
Sorry guys, if the stream dropped there for a second, my fucking bitrate keeps shitting itself.
You chop him.
Okay, hopefully it'll sort.
Yeah, so most, like, on average, most of you guys are like right in the money. I'm 27.
27.
Get the fuck in there, boys. I knew it. See, I knew it. I fucking knew it.
Get in there.
I could tell.
We knew.
So, Joe, what do you do as a profession outside of professional streaming? What's your thing?
Just I work in healthcare. It's kind of pretty basic job, but it lets me live the lifestyle I want to live and give me my own apartment, gives me a car, and all the other good stuff. So the only drawback is I can't stream as much as I want to. Or I mean I can, but it's more like a life balance thing, right? Because I work 40 hours a week. But then I have time to I want to hang out with my friends. I want to stream, but I also want to work out. I also want to just talk to people and just chill. Make food, all this other shit. So, but yeah. I work in social work basically. Yeah, no, weekends are the only days. They're the only days that I have anything like a lot of time. So I try to make sure I fit in as much of things in general as I can into a Saturday or Sunday.
Like Tins and Gins. This is perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
front
class.
Office.
I
was reading Chauncey, front office or back office. Do you mean like where my stuff is located, or
Probably
what
as
do you
like
mean?
where do you work in terms of the medical field, front
Oh,
or
oh,
Like it in the front or the back?
I
answer
guess the
carefully.
back. I guess it's tough to say. I mean, I work from home. You know, my computer is literally like right over there,
Okay.
behind my
Yeah,
yeah.
he's saying patient contact or admin. So I guess I would
Oh,
technically be
oh,
admin.
no, yeah, like just computer-based work, like telephonic, like care management, things like that. Just care coordinating with providers and people and stuff like that. It's a pretty straightforward job. I get paid well for. I'm really happy about it.
Nice.
But yeah, no patient contact. No, I'm not
Have you
that.
been in that job for long?
Yeah, when I graduated in 2017, I got an internship and then started a job at like a nonprofit, and then I pretty much been in healthcare for like 3.5 years. So
Nice.
yep, but I don't want to do it full time. I want to do streaming. It's
You want to
just
stream full time?
yeah, yeah.
Nice.
It's gonna
In
take some
fairness,
time to get
guys, if
there, but
anyone doesn't follow Joe, please do it because Joe, remember I was asking you about Leorn board? How do you do your effects, stuff like that? I think it was your stream. I remember at one stage you put the Keck W on screen. It came up for a split second and then it was gone. And that was just fucking hilarious to me. I was like, how did he do that on demand? And that's when I decided to download Leorn board. And I don't do many. I suppose you're quite interactive in terms of like you lean forward and actually do your own sound commands and things like that. Whereas I just let chat go full fucking gobshite and just do what they want, which is probably a bad idea. But I kind of got inspiration from your stream, I suppose, with the memes popping up on screen. It's fucking funny, like.
yeah, yeah. No, it's just like something I didn't start adding like the memes to my channel until like there's a friend of mine who like because I went to his stream and he showed like one of those effects. I'm like, how do you do that? And he's just like, oh, you just go to YouTube, download some MP4s, and put it on your. You just do it like originally because of how Streamlabs OBS has like a little phone app you can like activate stuff. That's how I used to do it, and then I got a Stream Deck and it just made it a lot easier. But I remember yeah, I didn't add it to like the first like 9 months of streaming. Then after that, there was like a phase of like 2 years where I just kind of like went overboard with them, and it was almost like an evolution where
Yeah.
I tried to kind of like go Sushi Dragon esque for a while. It was really weird. I don't really know why I wanted to do that, but it was a nice experiment.
A fine balance of memes.
Yeah, yeah, very curated. Yeah.
And when did you start streaming? Back in it was like 3 years ago.
January 2018.
2018. Okay,
So,
cool.
Yeah, I've been at this for a little bit, but a lot of breaks, in between. I've just had like other stuff that popped up, and funny enough, like I think Doom Eternal almost got me to partnership like just within a month, because I remember Devo and then this other friend of mine raided me at like the same time unintentionally. And there was like 200-person raid each. I'm like, oh shit, here we go. And I was in the middle of like just starting my Ultra Nightmare run for the first time, and like I remember the stream was like legit popping off. I'm like, okay, this has got to end at some point, and it ended up staying for like a month, and it just kind of died down when Doom Eternal stopped being popular for a while. But after that, it was just back to normal, numbers and all that fun stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I would like to go full time. Whether that means having a huge audience or not, it isn't really the big deal to me. It's more just like, can I sustain myself financially and do streaming full time? That's like the big, like, can I have a house and a car, all the other stuff, and still stream full time? Even just like the bare minimum.
That's a question I had before, and I think I asked Beardy and Perception this. Is just say you're taking an income in from Twitch every month, all right? What percentage of your current income, Joe? What percentage of that current income would you get to through Twitch to be like, okay, I'm quitting my job and going to Twitch? Would you want to get to 100%, or would you take like 50? At what stage do you think about it?
You got to keep this in mind too. It's different for us because we have to pay for healthcare and shit, where you guys don't have to worry about like healthcare costs and everything like that.
I still got health insurance.
But
yeah,
like we would have to pay for our health insurance, which is really fucking expensive here, even if we do otherwise. So
yeah, so I know my job, they give me health insurance. It's just part of like, you just put in a contribution of like $20 every paycheck, and they just give you full on insurance, and it's good. So that's really helpful. But in terms of like percentage, so right now I'm making about, I guess. Let me think about this for a second.
You don't have to say your exact if you don't want to.
No, it's enough. It's a couple thousand, enough to like have a pay for rent, pay for a car. Plus, say if other bills like phone bill, you have to think about electricity and
Utilities,
water in case you have to pay.
Yeah.
Yeah, groceries and all that other stuff. So it would have to be, I mean, close to the same amount that I'm making now, which that's why it's going to be really difficult. You know, I think that's like I remember I was reading a post on this on Reddit from someone who posted this a few weeks ago, and like, the whole streaming full time thing is definitely one of those like, you know, in like 90s dreams, like, you know, like where they're like, I want to be an actor, you know, and they go to California and they do a bunch of these gigs and stuff. They're like, I'm gonna be a rock star, you know. It's like it's very yeah, it's
yeah, like everyone wants to be like a Ludwig or a Mizkif or something that's like just building massive houses and taking in like 100 grand a month, but
yeah,
you know,
it's so easy to say it and ask for it and wish for that, but the next thing is like learning the process to getting there, right? And like all the things in between that come with that, you know. And I think people that when they have this goal in mind of like I want to be this, this, and this, they just think about the goal and like where they're at, but they don't think about the in between, right? There's so much in between stuff that you just don't consider, or just they just kind of come up out of nowhere, like, oh shit, you know, how do I do this thing? And like for example, like dude, my first stream was on a laptop webcam about this big, like this was the size of the webcam. Right?
Size my dick.
It was a 7-year-old Lenovo laptop and a microphone also about the size of a Tic Tac, and it was just god awful quality in every sort of way. And yeah, I remember it took me like 3-4 months to get affiliated because I just didn't know what the fuck I was doing, but also because I think there was like a mental component too. And I was streaming a lot too. I remember I was streaming like, you know, 25-30 hours a week. Like I was going hard, you know, but I was also playing games that weren't really you know, that popular, I guess. But yeah, it's still a journey, you know, even if it's, I mean, I know my buddy Knight, I met him, it was like my first week of streaming. He averaged like about 10 viewers or so. He's been on for about 5.5 years now. He didn't get partnered until 2 months ago after 5 years of streaming. But it's like, that's for some people, it just takes a while. You know?
Some people, I remember there was a guy, you might know him actually. What's his name? Yeetsumi Mario. Have you ever heard of him?
I think I've heard of him.
He's from Australia, but he got affiliate in a month, which I got affiliate in a month. I was like, great. But he got partner in 3 months. Like of starting, that's fucking insane.
Yeah, he has his dates and everything.
Yeah, he got partner within 3 months of him starting streaming.
Absolutely ridiculous. Like he started streaming, affiliate, partner, like on a list, and
and then he said like full time,
and the dates
whatever.
like right there. It's like what the fuck? It's like it's crazy.
Yeah, he's just a streamer. But when you watch the stream, you're like, okay, that's understandable why he is where he is, because it's fucking entertaining.
He's one of those like I like to call them freak streamers, where it's like there's literally 400 to 500 people in chat, and he's playing the game, playing it well, and still somehow catching pretty much every fucking comment in chat somehow.
He did actually. Like, he was playing Doom when I found him recently, or when I found him originally. He was doing Ultra Nightmare. And he was in like the middle of like one of the fucking, I don't know, Necrovol fights. And he was like, oh, hey, Daxter, I hope you're having a great day. And he was just like doing all this shit. And I was like, is this a VOD? Like, is he literally watching a VOD while commentating over it? He was just so calm. And yeah.
It probably helps you play a lot better. You know what I mean? Instead of getting all finicky and shit.
Yeah.
Yada, yada.
At Chauncey, when you got partner, it doesn't change your payout distribution. No, but I know on tier 2 and tier 3, it does change. On tier 1, it doesn't change.
Really?
No, tier 1 it stays the same.
I thought on partner you get 100% contribution.
No, it's just like it's a slightly bigger cut. The partner perks aren't as like made out as they used to be back like 3 years ago, you know, because there was such a big gap between affiliate and partnership. Now it's like the gap is much smaller, where like with partnership you might get like a slightly bigger cut on some ad revenue, but it's like when again, these are like very small things. And it's more honestly for me, partnership is just like the encoding settings. Just people coming in, like they might say, like, oh, I can't watch your stream because of fucking my Wi-Fi sucks or whatever. Like
I feel like when you become partner, pretty much like you want to go for like what is it? Your advertisements, like you're saying, like your adverts, but you want to get like adverts you want to get sponsors from like outside sources. You know what I mean? Like
that's the thing of sponsors,
series and you know sponsorships help you make extra income.
I think the main thing though about partner that helps you the most is that you have more emotes. So like if somebody, why would somebody pay $5 to sub to me to get like 5 emotes where they could play $5 to sub to this guy who has fucking 20? You know, and I think that's the main attraction when you get partner.
You can have 20 shit emotes.
Yeah, but if they're 20 good fucking emotes, like look at fucking Tony. Tony uses Zackwell's emotes fucking everywhere.
And you know what? Hats off to her. I believe her. Hats
Yeah,
off to her
her.
because
They're savage. They're so
she
good.
has
Yeah.
emotes that fit literally every fucking scenario.
Yeah.
Like, they're
Exactly.
all thought out and planned out, and it's like cool, good for you, and they fit. But yeah, I mean, but then you go into people's streams, and there's people that have shit fucking emotes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, oh my
It's
god, don't get me
it's
started on that.
unfortunate. There's shit emotes out
Yeah,
there.
there is some fucking
Yeah.
shit emotes.
Yeah.
You want and people want to know it's like why do we want to sub to your channel? And it's like you want to give them something give them something that's really worth
The
their,
best way
their
to
while.
present it, is just like, hey, you guys get to watch me for free. You don't have to come in and get an ad within the first second of
Oh, I
watching me.
fucking hate that.
That turns me off to any stream in general. It's
Yeah.
like if I'm not subbed, I don't want to
They
sit through this
they
bullshit.
automatically say it.
Yeah.
It's on like one of the first statistics. It's like as soon as it's you're gonna lose like 70% of your fucking if there was like a raid, that comes in
Yeah.
if they had an ad,
I'll
you'll lose
follow up
70%
on
of that
this.
fucking raid first off because no one would sit through the fucking ad.
It
Regardless.
was funny
if
as
it's
actually.
30%
So
of that.
I got raid the other day from Joe. You're gonna know Under the Mayo.
I've heard, yeah.
Yeah, he raided me on Doom the other day with like 90 people, 100 people. And when I looked at my analytics, it's so funny. It's like, here's my viewer average. And it went, pow, and then literally 2 seconds later, just,
right.
So I was like, everyone that
That's how it
raided,
always
I
works.
think one person stuck around. It was fucking, I was like, it was funny.
No, you had quite a
Unless-
few. You've had quite a few because I was watching.
No, well,
this one.
not on that
you got,
raid. That raid,
you got
like,
some
most
big,
people
you got some
left.
big fucking raids that day, I believe.
The difference I found the difference is that when you get rated from someone who you share community members with, those people stick around.
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
If it's someone that you
Like, collective.
in their stream, yeah. I've the ones people that stick around, like if it's a brand new raid, like you said, you'll see that in the analytics. It's just fucking, but it's like, what are you gonna do? You're presenting your best self,
Yeah, you
right?
can't. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
Well,
there is a theory. There is a theory though. If you pre-roll an ad, I think for like every like if you pre-roll like a 1-minute ad on your channel, it takes away from that. Like if people join in the stream, they don't have to sit to that ad.
But that's the weird thing is, I have pre-rolls disabled, but people say they still get fucking ads when they join my channel.
Yeah, you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it unless they're subbed. It's Twitch doing that. That doesn't matter. Twitch wants their money. When push comes to shove, Twitch wants their money, and that's how they make it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You think of it. You have like what 9 million people streaming one day, and that's 9 million ads they can push, regardless of if you're affiliate, not affiliate, partnered. They don't give a shit because they're all making money off of it.
Mm-hmm. Bajir asked a good question.
What's your quality? I was about to ask you. I was just about to ask you.
Yeah, that stood out to me. Let me just best quality I think helps me in streaming. This is more lately I've discovered this. I've noticed that if you go into streaming with the wrong mindset in any way, like you know, like I started. I'll preface this by saying, like, in the first like couple years of streaming, I went through a lot of like tough times mentally with the stream because I kept thinking like, if people aren't watching me or if there's like a dip in viewership, I automatically equate that to I'm not good enough, right? There's this switch of like I'm not good enough because so and so and so because of because of XYZ number, right? Which to be honest, that couldn't be farther from the truth because it's like you have people telling you all the time like, oh, I've had people come in, they're like, oh, I love your content, you're so funny, blah blah blah, you're so like you're so many cool facts and all this other stuff, and it's like that feels really good, I guess the biggest thing that I would like give to any streamer starting out is just obviously find that, there's like the basic stuff like make sure your quality is good. That doesn't have to be great, but just make sure it's good. But in terms of like what helps me keep going, it's like not really giving much of a shit anymore about like how long I stream, about what game I'm playing anymore. Like the truth is like you can have 1,000, 10,000 viewers, but if you're not having fun, if you're not enjoying yourself in some way, then it's really just gonna kill the experience.
Yeah, you're sitting there looking fucking miserable the whole time. Then no one's
that's no fun.
around and watch. Yeah.
So I said,
go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead, Joe. I'll follow up after.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say like that's why I kind of collective put up a good tweet lately saying no matter how hard he tries, it feels like you always end up looking back at your analytics and you're like, man, I got fuck all viewers that stream. Am I doing something wrong? And then I left a comment which he agrees with now is that I've turned off my viewer count on everything a few months back, and ever since then, like my views have skyrocketed. The channel is built because I focus on having actual good fun rather than like looking down. Oh shit! I remember when I looked down and there'd be like 5 viewers, and my last stream was fucking 50, and it's just like.
You really don't know. You could have the quietest. You could have like the quietest stream chat wise, and then still be just a ton of people lurking.
Yeah,
right. You
but
just
then
don't know.
when you see the number and it's low, it just automatically like you're even if you try not to think that you're in a bad mood, you're like, okay, I'm gonna keep positive. You definitely are in some form. You know, there's some form of you being like, hey, you're doing this wrong.
It's one of those things that sits in the back of your head and just fucking slowly eats its way forward. You know what I mean? Until eventually you're just sitting there looking like a miserable piece of shit, just playing a game. And then none of that's going to affect your gameplay.
Focus on having fun yourself, and everyone else will follow.
Exactly.
I only check my analytics. I don't even look at him. Like I go the further step. I don't see my viewer count, and then I also purposely wait about 10.
Gin
I purposely wait.
Sorry, go ahead.
I wait 10 seconds before I rate anybody, just so I don't even see how many people rated with. I have no idea. I keep it all covered. Everything is. It's totally blind.
Oh wow, nice.
Yeah, but I find it helps me just stay focused on what my personal goal is, and that's just to like create an entertaining experience and not let anything other factor that's outside of my control influence that. Right? All you.
Well, Joe.
No, we're
besides you not being entertaining.
Joe, you good? Wait, say that again. You froze in
we're
time.
Frames there.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, we can hear you. You were just like,
yeah, good now.
You're like the kitten that gets tickled while your paws were out.
You're like Austin Powers when he goes back in time and just jumps in, just swinging around.
Yeah.
Why are you saying there?
No, I just found that just going with a set goal you have in mind of what you want to accomplish is really good in terms of like keeping focus on the goal of, like I said, you could still have in the back of your head, I want to keep growing and I want to, develop my stream in some way. But there's a point where that goal goes over to a point where it's almost like all you focus on, and there's other things you just completely ignore, right? Your perception, you're so like tunnel visioned, right, on this idea of like success, fame, money, glory, and then you don't realize that everything else is just kind of lost by the wayside. You're like, oh, I forgot to have fun. I forgot to talk to people and interact with them or something like that, right? And that's another thing too, is every community is different. Like there are some streamers who, have couple hundred viewers, but they're super quiet chat. Granted, maybe view body might be a thing perhaps, but you don't know for sure. But in a lot of cases, just people lurking. Some people have very lurky chats. Other people have very active, like vocal chats. And it's just, it is.
Well,
right.
Jeff.
Yo, hello. He's back again. He keeps disconnecting. What the fuck?
We got as far as I think you said. It is what it is.
No,
it is what it
is. It is what it.
I'm kind of curious here. So, like, you do a lot of variety. You do like a lot of jumping around with games, stuff like that. Now, with that, I figure that's hard to keep like one set. You know what I mean? Like one set audience. Whereas in people who play like, for instance, Zach plays a lot of Doom, and he has like a huge Doom following for that. And like it's like if anyone went from like, let's say if he decided, tomorrow he's gonna play FIFA or something, you know what I mean? Like of course the numbers are gonna fucking shut up and pick it up. The numbers are gonna drop there because so many people want to watch the Doom play. Like, you know what I mean? Like changing. It's gotta like, how do you find a way to keep up with that? You know what I mean? With being a variety.
Yeah. So lately, so when I say variety, I try to focus on games that still have a decent viewing audience as well. Like, so for example, Bloodborne, still a very committed audience. Dark Souls, same thing. Typically like within the realm of like the top like 150 games of Twitch, those are games that you want to. And also too, retro. It's really cool with retro because when you're playing any game that's considered retro, which is still kind of vague, no one really knows how to define it, but that's all one category. You don't have to switch it if you're switching games.
Oh, cool.
But then again, there's still a viewing audience for those games, right? So you just some games might, if it's just some obscure fucking game from like 1992 and no one's ever fucking heard of it, then obviously you can still be in retro and still not get any viewership. But no, that I lately, I'm trying to like dwindle down my focus to like games that have a viewing audience, but also games that I really enjoy, because it has to be both. The thing is that and also same way with Doom. Like I said, I have a very large Doom viewing audience. Like you have people that come in, they're like, oh, good to see you again, like as if like I wasn't streaming.
But
yeah, because I played something else. You don't want to watch other games. That's fine, But no, I think there's a balance to it. For me, I can't play a game consistently for more than like 3 or 4 days in a row, unless it's like a brand new, like for example, Doom DLC, master levels, anything that's new. I'll go through it. The fun component's missing, and when I'm not having fun, I'm in a shitty mood, and I'm not gonna want to stream, right? So it's almost like I equate to having fun to being able to have the energy to stream. Like having fun is what gives me the energy to keep going, right? If I'm not having fun, I'm not gonna enjoy myself streaming. So that's kind of how it all ties in, right? With this like circular feedback. It's my brain's a fucking mess, but that's kind of how it goes in this world, I guess.
Yeah, it really seems like you have it figured out. Like you have your own way of doing it, and you know what works for you. Like especially for you to keep your mind on track, how to balance and juggle everything efficiently for yourself, and that's a like an incredible feat, because there's not a lot of people that like are able to do that. So
oh, dude, you have to. You have to have that.
Super chuffed that you have it.
Yeah. You have to.
Thanks, buddy.
Have that. You have to kind of develop that. The first couple of years, I remember I almost thought about quitting multiple times because it just like, again, the viewership thing just kept getting like just drilling in my head. Like I remember I kept asking like just friends, like, can you give me like your honest assessment? Like, is there anything I'm doing that could be better? Right? I kept asking people, and they all give me the same answer. Like, dude, you're doing great. Like, I love your content. I love whatever. It's just like, just keep it up. And like I said, don't focus too much on this, and all other stuff. And like I said, I think there's that component to it that people, if I had to guess, the reason why a lot of people quit streaming, it's because of that. I'd say more than half, it's because viewership just gets to their heads, and either in a good or bad way, right? Like for some people, it gets their heads like in a bad way where they're just like, oh shit, I'm not doing good enough because these people didn't watch me play something, whatever, right? But it's like there are certain like materialistic aspects of Twitch that you don't really think about when you're first starting, right? And you kind of have to, at least this is for me personally, but I know whatever happens is because I went through all the hardships in the past 2 years of thinking through it and shit, right? I remember, like I said, there's times like where I, like my channel, I think over the past 3.5 years in terms of viewership, dude, it would make people quit, like thinking about like all the fucking this shit. It's just all this, like for the past 3.5 years. But
all
it's
those
like,
waves
undulating.
Dude, it's crazy. I've been,
it's kind of one of those things where you just got to keep doing what you're doing and just wait for the payoff, right? Like it's just, you're going to slowly get more viewership the longer you do it, more and more. So
this is exactly what I'm talking about. I want to link this real quick. Let me see if I can pull it up.
Hold on, I gotta pee before I literally piss myself here. 1 sec.
Oh, go for it.
Call it, man.
Oh
No worries.
God.
Hope your knife making was good.
I might actually join him. What
do you got? What are you saying? On?
I'm sipping on some whiskey and ginger ale. I have a line, but I forgot to put it in.
Little highball action, dude.
Oh yeah. Badly needed.
I found it. Here we go.
I'm really tired, man.
Pissed myself on stream.
Huh?
You guys ever heard? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Wait, no, sorry. Have you ever heard of?
Oh, this picture. Let me see if I can.
What?
The title of the picture is called 3 Feet from Gold. Let me see. Hold on. This like is like what I mean, really any goal, not just streaming, but this is just any goal in a nutshell. When you're like going after something you really want to get, and you feel like you're almost there, and then you quit before you reach the breaking point.
Yeah.
Oh, there. I was like, what? Oh yeah, I've seen that a few times. Yeah.
It speaks a lot. It really does. Like because that's true for any goal in life. Like you just don't know. Like because here's all equate to
your big break could happen tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like it could happen any day. So.
But the thing is like there's this notion I remember I read about. It's called concept of like a non-zero opportunity, right? So like what that means is like whatever thing you're pursuing in life, you want to give yourself like a non-zero chance to get it, right? So for example, let's say there's like a pretty girl across the street, right? And you're like, oh shit, I want to talk to her, but like I'm too scared, And it's just like you could equate it this way. You could be like, okay, I could either not talk to her and have no chance, or I could just talk to her and say some fucking anything and at least give myself a 0.0001% chance of this succeeding, right? It's the same thing with Twitch. It's the same fucking thing. dude, there are times I've streamed where I'm like, oh, dude, this is gonna be a fucking slow day, and then it's just you get like 3 raids out of nowhere or some shit, right? And this is obviously if you know people, but it's just like you don't know who's gonna just randomly stumble upon you. It could totally be chance, right?
Yeah.
And the only way for you to have a non-zero chance at something for streaming is just by going live and just being and putting yourself on the directory of anything, right? You just don't know.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, I get it. I was going to say, it just reminds me of imagine you're like one of those streamers that like just you have like 0 to 3 or 4 viewers, and you're just going along your day, and then those videos where like a big like YouTuber or other streamer will come in and they'll just donate like 50, 250, or just like start like raining down like subs or money on them, and like it's not like the subs or the money, but it's the fact that they were like, what's going on, and like they've made their like week, their month, and you're just like, if you're not on to do it, like that's not going to be you if you're not going to do it. Basically, you raise that chance of that happening.
Rootkit, we miss you.
Oh yeah, Rootkit.
Oh, yeah, that guy Rootkit.
Dax had one of them.
Sorry,
there is 2 sides of that. There is two sides of that, though. You could also say the opposite of just like, oh, you also can't be the guy that like streams 24/7 and has no quality to speak of, doesn't talk, doesn't do anything, and just like makes their entire life focus on Twitch, right, or YouTube or TikTok or whatever, right? And obviously it's like there's still a component of like you still have to put in effort in terms of your quality, in terms of your content and game stuff like that. But I think if your quality is at least decent enough, if you can talk
audio
to people,
specifically,
right? Even if you could just like, even if you could just talk to people, dude. There are so many streamers where you just go and they're not saying anything, like at all. And I get it. It's like, let's say for example, if they're speedrunning, I get that. That's like where people like will sit back and watch, and that's fine.
But or you could talk during speedruns and just never finish a speedrun. That works as well, apparently. Not right, lads. Not right, lads.
Just keep speedrunning hell on earth. You'll be all right.
Yeah, but you do have to have some level of quality. You just have to. That's part of the experience,
Oh, sorry, I'm just just chatting right now.
Here, come on. There's some just chatting that's actually decent. Like, don't insult Collie like that.
The best part is they'll have their camera like right up here, and like they're fucking. All right, and like their fire alarms going off in like the fucking background. It's like your fire alarm's beeping. Like, like that really annoying chirp every like 30 seconds. Like, you gotta change your batteries, dog. Wait, hold on. Fucking...
Collie, it's nothing personal. I do just chatting as well. It's all good. But yeah, Joe, you're probably the same as me then. Like, I definitely, like, my base of the channel will be Doom Eternal. Obviously, I have a lot of followers from that. But I try to get to a point that people follow for Doom, but they stay because they get to know me. And then when I go to play another game, rather than them being like, oh, rather than watching Dax play Doom, they want to watch Dax play anything. So I think it's good to try push yourself out as much as you can.
The glue guys, man. Like, those are the people that keep me streaming, right? The people that just keep coming back, right? The glue people, right? And it's like you still get new people coming in here and there, but it's like it's like talking to one of your friends. You're shooting the shit. You get to a point where you know them well enough where it just feels like you're hanging out with friends at that point,
Listen, I'll keep coming back as long as you keep paying me, all right? We already talked about this.
Shut up, Beery. Oh, man.
Wait, you guys are getting paid?
Oh, yeah, it's like that meme.
It's your own fault, buddy.
Dax hatting? We're not Princess, we're not making that thing. Fuck me. Yeah, I used to do a lot of just chatting. I was just chatting when I started on stream.
Yeah, because you couldn't stream any fucking games. Connection was too shit.
Yeah, I had really bad connection. So I used to just sit there and talk shit. And it worked out pretty well. We got affiliate off of it.
So I met your ass.
That's true. Beauty, how many cans of juice have you got beside you? Is it not hot as fuck?
Got that hot juice.
Wait, Joe, is it hot as balls where you are now?
It should have been refrigerated. It definitely should have been refrigerated.
Joe, is it hot in Oregon?
No, it's like 80 degrees out probably. It's been super mild the past couple days.
Something you guys are up to like a fucking crazy death rate because of the heat wave or something? Or is that?
Well, there was that. Yeah, a couple weeks ago. That was
You
that
guys
was
were
awful,
triple digits, right?
dude. It was to the point where it was a weekend first of all, and I wanted to stream, but I literally couldn't. Like so without my computer on, my room temperature with my AC on was 95 degrees in my living room. Shit was like I had to sit in front of my fucking AC just to even cool off. Like it was like the most depressed like 2 days I've had in a long time because I felt worthless. I felt useless. I'm like I can't do anything right now. You know, it was awful.
Yeah, you guys aren't used to temperature. When was the last time you guys had fucking like triple digit temperatures up there?
I don't fucking know. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
I moved here in January. I'm still kind of fresh blood. I'm actually from upstate New York, but
Really?
yeah. But
It's beautiful,
no,
fucking beautiful up there. Beautiful.
it is.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. No, that heat wave was awful. Couldn't do anything. I felt worthless.
That should. See, I'm really bad with Fahrenheit.
Meeting Beardy is the most disappointing thing to happen on this channel.
Yeah, Joe, if you probably don't know,
fucking
but Beardy's
lost
actually coming to Ireland in 2 weeks from now. Like
Oh,
Monday, 2 weeks.
Yeah, T- 2 weeks, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, so we get
It's
to meet the
starting the
man in
third
the
week.
flesh.
That's awesome. Yeah, I want to travel to Europe at some point too.
It's
I haven't
gonna be
gone-
the first time going to Europe. I figured I'm over the fucking island scene. The wife, of course, wants to go to every island there
You'll
is.
fit right in with that beard. You'll fit right in, dude. That is your.
You see Dax? Yeah.
Birdie's gonna make.
You don't
Dax's
know him,
pocket
Joe.
book
You don't
big.
know him. Just don't say that. You don't know the lad. Once you get to know him, you'll say different.
So I'm getting off the plane in this right here.
Don't. It's full of Europeans.
I'm getting
Beardy,
off
if
the
you're
plane
actually
in
off
this-
the plane now, oh my god,
in
fuck
this with
me.
these on right here.
Any
Oh, the
bros.
pit vipers.
Oh yeah.
Beardy, you make me sick. I'll just
And
ignore
then,
you.
we're gonna hold a sign that says, well, I'm gonna put your real full name on it too. Dax.
Yeah. Yeah, guys, I'm getting my vaccine on Monday.
Hey.
Boom.
Good.
Nice.
I don't have to pass your drinks through a fucking window now.
It's it's the Janssen, the J&J vaccine, so it's not that good, but it's a vaccine. It's better than nothing.
Yeah, the vaccine will probably give you like a day of generally speaking, most people experience a day of shittiness and then it just kind of goes away.
I'm
Like
looking
for
forward
some
to it.
people it feels kind of shitty, other people it's kind of basic, kind of meh. Just stay hydrated, make sure you sleep well, make sure you get some food in you.
Thank you,
GG.
Doyler.
Easy stuff. I'm so tired right now. I got the Janssen today. Oh, you got it today, Tyler?
Like-
Janssen.
Yeah, I think
Like
it's Janssen,
is
isn't it?
Janssen.
I think it's Janssen. It's not Johnson or Janssen. It's Janssen.
Europeans.
Janssen.
Don't
Yeah.
make fun of me for saying it correctly. Come on, lads. Everyone I know with Janssen has been sick. Oh, I can't wait. Das Janssen.
Day off. That's Janssen. Like day off work.
I very much am looking forward to it.
I think at this rate, I'm going to be the only fuck that won't be allowed to go in the pub.
I'm telling you,
I'll be
call
your
the
third.
Hey,
Let me in.
Daxter COVID-19 speed runs.
who said that?
Pandemic speed.
Chauncey.
Americans can get Pfizer, but not Janssen. Yeah, but Pfizer's the best. I think
Nah,
Pfizer
I
and
think
Moderna is the
Johnson-
best ones you can get.
I think the old Janssen is back on the market. I don't know.
Back on the menu.
Hashtag Moderna gang.
Moderna.
Any Derna boys in chat tonight?
Yeah, my parents got Moderna.
I was listening to another podcast, and one of the guys that was in it said that like his father got two different like brands of injection for less of a better word. Like, is that like, can you do that? Because like, say he got
This
like
is-
one Pfizer
yeah.
and he got another
Definitely
one
not.
like
This is a question I
AstraZeneca?
had. So
Yeah,
It's
I-
not gonna
I think-
kill
I think
you,
have
but
to- I think you get it first. I think you have to stick with the same brand.
it's
don't you?
recommend. It's highly recommended you stick with the same brand, just because you don't know. What
but
kind of
that's like
complications
so
See,
this guy was
so
saying
I
that
don't know
his
if it's over
dad
there.
got it. He got
it's
like
over-
AstraZeneca first, and he had to wait like the 4 weeks to get the next done. And he's just like, I'm not waiting 4 weeks. And he got the next one, which is like whatever one I didn't say was like
Yeah, but-
in
yeah,
2 or
no,
3
I think
weeks
you have
time.
to strategically
like-
wait 4 weeks. I think it's like a
good.
strategic.
That was
thing,
my
not
question,
like
so-
a-
I'm
Christ.
getting the Janssen
That man-
vaccine, which is probably the least effective. I remember I reading into it and it was something like 67% effective, whereas Pfizer is 95 plus.
It's a Honda Civic of vaccine. Well, actually, no. Honda Civic's a good car.
Honda Civics are good. Honda Civics, no, it's like the fucking BMW of vaccines. It will just break. It's shit.
What is the whole what's the whole thing? Is I just read this today where you're not gonna have to get a booster shot now if you're fully vaccinated. When before you were getting a booster, whatever, 9 months or something like that.
Apparently,
I know.
yeah.
But
it's
I'm
not,
wondering.
it's not gonna be like. I don't
Now
think it's
they're
gonna be like the
eliminating-
flu vaccine.
I'm wondering now,
They're
like, if I get the
eliminating
Janssen, right, that's 66% effective, whatever. 6 months from now, can I get Pfizer if I want to?
I don't
Like,
know.
I don't know.
Do you really want to do it again? You really
Well,
wanna
if
do
it's
it
more
again?
effective than 66%, yeah.
Yeah.
Ideally, I want an mRNA vaccine. I don't want the
66 plus to 95. Is that like, are you gonna be like 100 and something percent now? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I can give COVID to other people. I'm that much against it.
If they
Jansen's
made
gonna
like
give you a Dutch
sex-
accent.
Sex Panther,
Cheers for
the
the hydrate.
vaccine,
Oh, that dude, yeah,
We're-
the little Sex Panther in
we're-
you, you'd never
yeah,
get sick again.
works 60%, 66% of the time.
Every
Every
time.
Oh, every time.
That doesn't make sense.
I'm fucking Johnson
I
right
know
now.
that. It
Called him
stings
American.
the
They're fighting off that
nostrils.
fucking, they're fighting off that baby powder lawsuit like crazy over here.
The witch?
For you guys, and they got a huge lawsuit against them for baby powder causing cancer.
Oh, who? Oh, J&J?
Oh, Johnson and Johnson.
Oh, shit,
Yeah.
really? I remember, do you guys remember, it was a good few years back, probably around 10 years. I think it was a Chinese company. Was making baby, they were making baby formula, but the baby formula, they used cheaper ingredients, or they used other ingredients that were like derivatives of whatever instead of using the proper stuff. And a shit ton of babies died.
They actually make it, so they'll make it here. Not like make it here, I'm sorry, but they'll give like the whole like, oh, this is our specs, this is how we want it made. And they go, okay, well, we can get it made cheaper here. So they send it over there to wherever.
Yeah.
It gets made over there cheaper, but like to the same spec, but not with the same ingredients. And then gets sent back to be used. And then that's when the shit like that.
I remember with this guy's, this Chinese company or whatever, it was something like 200, 300 babies died. And yeah, the CEO and other high officials were hanged. They're all hanged. All the people who were head of the company. Like, imagine, like, oh, fucking hell. Imagine, like, your business going bad, but it's your death penalty.
The CEO and the other officials. I mean, you should. You approved it. You know,
Like, damn right. Yeah, they did it because it was cheaper. So
on things that you know are dangerous. You know what I mean?
300,000 babies were sick.
Yeah, Joe, we get like weird with like the
Yeah, Joe, the topics are a bit
We
strange.
get like real sometimes. Yeah, we go from weird to real really quick. We'll go back to like testicle talk pretty soon. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. What's your opinion on No, I'm not gonna do it.
What was it? It was dude. There was back in this might have been like way back in the like probably like 60s maybe. There was actually a binky that was known to separate from like its base, dude, and it would choke kids in their sleep because you put a binky in a kid's mouth. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Oh yeah, suitor.
Get stuck in their throat and suffocate them.
A Dodie.
Dodie.
Binky. Yeah, that's very American. Wait, is that
Just call him nipple. Just call him nipple.
Wait,
Yeah.
there's so many different names. What do you call them? Binkies?
Binkies. Yeah.
Joe, what would you call them?
Yeah, in America referred to as binkies, but
Yeah.
I want
binky.
to.
What do you call it?
We call them Dodies over here.
Dodie or
Dodies,
suitor.
yeah.
You also call them
Love it.
sweeties.
Sweeties.
Too.
Oh, man, the word candy is just so
Pacifier is a technical term.
Candy is so
candy.
American. Candy is the most American
Joe, would
fucking
you like
word.
some sweets,
Oh,
Joe?
Mm.
Joe,
My nep-
let me ask you
My
something.
nephew
If someone
started
comes
going
and
around
offers you
saying he wants
sweets,
candy.
do you think you're getting
Like,
molested in the back
go
of a van?
into
'Cause I
him.
feel like I would.
There's
I
nothing
feel like
wrong with the
someone's
word
gonna pull up in a white
sweets,
van
okay? They're
and
sweets.
someone's gonna try to
They're
talk
not
to me
candy.
in inappropriate areas. Yeah. Yeah. Someone pulls up and goes, "Hey, son, I got some sweets for you." I know I'm getting my bum touched.
Would you rather ask-
Well, if somebody
Would you
said,
rather
I
fuck-
got candy for you, that's getting bum touched as well. Come on, like.
I don't know.
Speaking of
Candy.
bum touch, Bajir, I would fuck Beardy, marry Perception, kill Dax. Sorry, Dax.
My man.
Man, it's the
Wait,
first time
really?
Beardy
Where did
didn't
that
get
come
killed.
Did I come into that? Oh, that's awesome. Cool. Usually it's me getting killed, so I'm okay with it this
Dax,
time.
it would be like the coolest glory kill, dude.
Oh yeah,
You would
cool.
love it.
Tear my spine out. Tear my
So get
spine out
ready
and
for-
shit on my
get ready for
face.
the most disappointing 30 seconds of your life, brother.
I will cook you dinner and spoon you however you wish.
Bag, what the fuck? Beardy lived. Beardy's supposed to die.
What the fuck? What? I have kids, you son of a bitch. I'm sorry, your
Taking
mother's
the
a bitch,
children.
man.
I bet you call soda pop as well. Wait, what the fuck?
What are we?
I call
We
soda
call-
soda.
We literally call
People
soda
call
fizzy.
popper boomers.
We literally call
there's
soda
only-
fizzy
because
drinks.
one state, and not even a whole state. There's one, maybe the whole state. There's one state in America that calls it pop, and that's Massachusetts. That's
Oh,
it.
It's Boomerville, dude. It's all boomers.
We call it.
No one says pop.
Yeah, we call it like Yeah, we call it a mineral.
Pop.
Like
and
over here,
Subway.
like Coke would be a mineral, or fizzy drinks. But like if you were to say, do you want a mineral? That would see in your head. You're like, do you want Coke? Do you want like 7-Up, Sprite,
Whip
whatever?
a fucking rock out and give me like a fucking geode or something. There you go. Here's the mineral.
Yeah, I got a diode of diamond here. You
Yeah.
want-
Look, I found this quartz outside.
Yeah.
Tiny.
Oh, really? Chauncey, Minnesota does it too? Michigan too? See, there's some weird fucking places over here in the States. Some weird fucking places.
Wait, do you guys say Coca-Cola or Coke?
Coke.
Oh,
Coca-Cola. Who the
Yeah,
fuck says full blown Coca-Cola?
who actually puts in the effort to use that many syllables in
Too
casual
many. It's
conversation?
too many. It hurts.
I
it
know,
hurts
because
to
if
say
we went to the
second
States
word.
and says like, oh, we're smoking a fag outside, that would mean something completely different
Right.
over
Yeah,
there.
but you know what? Here's the thing. In certain spots, like if you're in the city and you're like, oh, I'm gonna go smoke a fag, it'd be like, oh yeah, it would be like, it wouldn't be even looked at. You know what I mean?
In other
It's
states, it's like, I'm gonna
smaller
smoke a
town,
fag, and you're like, load a gun.
What did you say? What?
Loading a
Don't say
gun, gonna go smoke a fag. Yeah, it's funny how like just little tiny differences.
Actually, Collective just brought up Iron Brew in chat, and I want to say, you know, what was one of the recommendations for mixing gin with?
Iron Brew,
Yes, Iron Brew and gin.
probably good. You can get Iron Brew here, Beardy. We can get you an Iron Brew when you're over here.
I'm on to try it. I don't give a shit.
Collective, I think
That's
Iron
right.
Brew is like Collective's blood. If Collective like slit his wrists and poured it into a bottle, it would just taste like Iron Brew.
I think it would be that fucking, what is that? Not the Orchard Thieves, but whatever that fucking black
Oh, fucking dark fruits.
dark fruits.
Yeah,
dark
boy.
fruits. He's a dark fruits man. My man likes the dark fruits.
Oh man, these pints are going down so well.
Dude,
Dude, I'm hammering this gin.
Joe, have you ever tried gin?
Yeah. Oh no, any alcohol, dude. I'm game. I'm game.
This man knows how to party.
No, here in Oregon, weed's legal, so I definitely prefer
Wait.
edibles and
I believe crack and mushrooms are also legal as well now.
decriminalized.
Decriminalized.
Meaning,
Thank you.
yeah,
Meaning it's
Also, I
legal.
think not quite
Small
for
amount,
specific
small
for
amount.
specific medical purposes. You can actually like do like controlled hallucination, like with a licensed therapist. And
What,
all that stuff.
What medical purposes does crack serve?
I don't think
well,
crack is legal.
There actually no, crack cocaine.
No,
yeah, there is actually.
It's every
Oh,
I
wow.
think is it all what is it, state, whatever the fuck they call it, are now all decriminalized to a certain extent. Like if you have like a baggie of heroin, they're like, all right, you know, here's a fine, send you on your way.
with
type of thing.
with limitation. Now decriminalized just means you'll just get like it's not like a federal.
Yeah,
It's just like a
fine. Yeah, they find you. I think it's send you on your way.
yeah.
yeah.
Which is I think is a step in the right direction. I think weed is going to be globally legal. Give it like another 10 years. Dude,
See why I don't see
fucking-
why it wouldn't. You know what I mean? I mean, you know what? Actually, a good thing to bring up though with the weed thing is now, like, because everyone's giving this backlash for. I actually had this conversation with Jim.
Oh,
actually,
in the
I don't know who
Olympics
else
and
was in
shit?
here. Yeah,
Oh, in the yeah.
girl that got suspended. Everyone's like, "Oh, this is horseshit. Weed's legal here. Weed's legal here." It's like, yeah, but you got to understand, it's not legal through the world.
yeah.
And the Olympics
and
is
federally as well.
a
Yeah.
world event.
like,
so it doesn't matter if the American athletes, all the athletes know the rules.
Yeah.
They're not allowed to do it.
That's exactly how I feel. Like
It doesn't-
obviously,
yeah, the Olympic Committee isn't America. The Olympic Committee is a
Yeah.
world committee.
I think I said it. I said it many times on TNG before. But if weed became legal in Ireland tomorrow, I don't think I'd ever drink again. I just smoking edibles and stuff. Like
Dude,
it's so much
honestly,
better. It's so much better.
It really is. Like you could fall asleep after like getting baked, and you'll wake up
And you're just you're normal.
You're just like, all right,
Yeah,
I have a problem sleeping sometimes, and I got a pen here, and I just hit it, and I'll be good for like a month of just sleeping like a fucking bear.
Yeah,
like
it just helps. And the best part is there's CBDs, there's different like concentrations of edibles, of vapes, even like you have anything for any type of person, right? You could get into, right? For me, it's like I don't. Yeah, so for me, I'm not really into the smoking aspect of it, because it's just I don't really. I mean, if I had to and I want to get high, sure, but it's like
I'd rather eat it than smoke it. Yeah.
If I had the choice, I'd much rather do edible or like vape pen. It's just much easier on the lungs. You can just kind of get on your day. You don't smell like shit. You don't smell like weed. Like that's the one thing about like smoking weed is like you smell like weed.
Yeah.
You could hit the fucking. I could hit the vape right here and it just smells like Fruity Pebbles. And I'm stoned out of my mind. You know what I mean?
I'm all for psychedelics though as well, like mushrooms and LSD and all that shit as well. Like I'm big into that. But I must say though, with the whole Olympics thing, the whole Olympics thing is like, yeah, it's legal. Like obviously weed doesn't cause any damage, whatever. But if it says in the Olympic rules you cannot smoke this, and they smoke it, it doesn't matter if it's legal in your state. Like you didn't follow the rules, and even if it doesn't give you a performance enhancement or an advantage, it doesn't matter. You didn't follow the rules.
It doesn't. But at the same time, it's still an illegal substance, and it hasn't been.
Yeah, but exactly. Like it says in the rules, you can't use this, and even if you use it, and you're like, oh, I'm just
changing the rule book, which is going to take time. Listen, this is like it's a new step for us, and maybe not some place in the world, but for the whole world. I mean, should it have been legal a lot sooner? Yeah, fuck yeah, hell yeah. I mean, the benefits of it, the helping things with just. You use CBD lotion now to help like back pains and shit like that. They have triggering things. You know what I mean? You go to a shop and you go, hey, I have problems with headaches, and they're like, oh, you want this strain right here and this right here and this to help that, and it's like, okay, shit, all right, and they're like, and then there's some oils and this and that, and it's it's like a whole thing now. It's not like you go in there like, hey, give me like a pound of fucking
But that's like
whatever.
That's like if imagine like nowadays, just say drink. Alcohol never existed, okay? And just say a few weeks ago it got created and somebody drank it and you realize, holy shit, you get drunk. There's not a chance this would become legal for like being sold. They'd make it an illegal drug.
Listen, they tried it. Remember the whole prohibition era here? They tried it. You know what I mean? They tried they tried criminalizing alcohol and
didn't do shit.
But that's the thing. I mean, like now, like you can buy alcohol, no problem. Nobody has any, like, nobody bats an eye when you buy alcohol.
A lot of places,
but as soon as you buy weed or something like that,
here you can buy it here, no problem. You can walk in, literally give them your license, and go, I live here, and they're like, okay, what do you want?
The best part about it is,
go.
Like you were saying, Beardy, about like the fact that you can go into a store and you can get what you want to get, right?
Yeah.
Like you go into a liquor store, you're like, I want liquor. Here's some liquor, right? Yeah. It's that simple, right? When the thing is right now with weed is that like. You have to, first of all, you got to find a plug. You got to find a dealer, right? Through like a friend of a friend or some shit. It's like, oh, I know a guy. Yeah, sure, I'll hit you up. And then, you get the weed.
He's
like,
oh,
yeah, dude, this. It's either shit or it's way too strong. It's too strong. Like, I don't, like it just makes you nuts. You're like, oh, I can't like focus. Like,
you just want to like too energetic. Smoke and chill on the couch. Next thing you're smoking and you're like, fuck, I'm so fucking high. Like, I'm too high.
Yeah, and you don't know if it's you don't know if it's a sativa or the fucking indica.
You don't know anything. Yes. He just the boy tells you, it's like, yo, this is some kush, bro. This is like kush shit. I got it from my boy.
Dude, it's all yours, gas. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? Just give me weed. Like too many names these days too. Like just weed. Just give me weed. Just weed.
Yeah. The now you can like actually get exactly the type of strain you want, and you can also go for different price ranges too. Like you know what you're getting, you know the quality of what you're getting. That's the difference, right? And that's the problem with anytime you make, and you can make this argument for drugs too as well, like any drug in some cases, for some more than others. But when you criminalize a drug or a substance, you have to realize that there are going to be ramifications for that. It's more than just preventing. They think it's going to prevent people from doing them. No, it's still going to happen. It's giving police and crime enforcement more shit to focus on when they could be focusing on more pressing matters.
Yeah.
Right? That's the bottom line.
Like, it's like, it kind of goes with the whole, like, the younger kid thing, where it's like, you're told, no, you can't do that. No, you can't do that. And I think it will kind of cut down a little bit of an impact of that, because it's a lot of people thinking like, oh, I can't do it, so I'm going to fucking do it, because, you know, fuck the law. I'm gonna get high. You know what I mean? Like they don't give a shit. You know. So I think there could be a chance. Could be a chance. Maybe not like right away, but there could be a chance of it eventually kind of trimming down that. But
They're gonna have to.
yeah. I just don't understand. It's crazy how like you see this. You know what I mean? Like getting into like the opioids and shit like that. You see people fucking dying from it. You see people friggin' like just the lifestyle and everything. And you still choose to fucking do it. It's like insane to me. Like I think I would see it once and be like, I don't want to do any of that. Like I don't want to live like that or nothing. Like fuck that.
Beauty watched what's the movie? Fucking Requiem for a Dream. Yeah, you watch that, man. You're never touching heroin. Oh my god!
I tell you what, funny story, not really funny story, kind of sad. A girl that went to my high school. So I used to be a big fan of fuck. What the hell was that? Show? Recovery? No. Fuck, the one where they would follow them and then they would like surprise them with like the rehab thing, intervention.
Okay.
Girl who graduated a year before me.
Yeah.
Fucking seen her shooting fucking heroin on the show. I was like, holy fuck! Like, I went to school with this girl, and I mean, like full blown hits the needle, licks the blood off the arm, and then just fucking done.
Oh.
I'm like, I know this person. Like, this, it's insane to see. It's like absolutely insane to fucking see. But, well, I mean, that's the world. You know what I mean? That's fucking crazy. It's like that shit hits home. It does. It hits very close sometimes. You know what I mean? It's
addiction does affect all walks of life. You just don't really know who it's gonna hit.
You won't. There could be people you know and you don't, and you know what I mean. And
you wouldn't even know.
You don't know. You know, but they do.
Amazing.
Anyway.
Aside from like the medical and like addictive properties of it, one thing that kind of like really like boggles my mind is like, surely at like an economic scale, it would be way more beneficial to tax it and sell it than to keep it underground.
Well,
if like say like for the price that like you're going to pay for like getting it off fucking Joe Soap down the street and getting like however many grams for X amount of money, you're going to be paying like that amount probably to get it yourself and have however much going to the government and them taxing it. So like, why don't they?
I think one of the biggest slowing points of marijuana being like completely statewide or nationwide legal here is the public. I think like the private beat them to the concept of making the money off of it first before the government had a hold on taxation and their profit on it. And I think that's kind of like slowed it down a lot where they were like, you know what, listen, like, whoa, these guys are making a shit ton of money. Why are we not getting a shit ton of money off of it? And that's where I think it's become kind of like now, because before it started fucking booming. There were people making a lot of money off of it. Now all of a sudden it's like kind of screeching halt with like taxation and this and that. And now a lot of government facilities are popping up and shit like that, and government grows and stuff like that. So
every state's going to tax it differently. Yeah, every state taxes it differently. Every state's going to handle their. Also, you have to consider the judicial system. Judicial, yeah. So like you know, people who are in prison for like possession, just mere possession, right? How do you handle those people? Or it's like, how do you also handle, you know, getting them back into like a normal way of life? Much less just like do you expunge their record of like any ownership of weed, right? It's like
so people are still serving fucking time. You know what I mean? Like there's still people that are in jail and will be for still like a long ass time for
possession,
a little bit of fucking weed,
not victimless crimes,
alongside fucking like pedophiles and shit.
Yeah, and now it's the craziest thing. It's like now if they got caught with it, it would just be like it's a $50 fine or something like that, you know, or it wouldn't be anything. They'd just be like, okay, you're free to go, you know, like
Oregon's the forward progressive thinking state that we want.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
So
it's a damn shame. But
damn shame.
This is for Bajira.
Yeah.
Man, look at that. The man's a pro.
Like...
Didn't even flinch, bag. Didn't even flinch.
So it looks like the rest of the US has got to follow Oregon's trail.
But then,
yeah, I mean, Chauncey, think of it this way, dude. It's grown here. They can buy it here, no problem. They don't need to pay farmers now. They don't need to pay villagers to protect their shit. They don't need to they don't need any of that now. They can just come here, get it,
Yep,
and then fucking just take it back.
leave.
It's it's easy. You know what I mean? Like we're doing it for them now.
At some point, that's the point. Is like it's already snowballing. It's taking a little bit of time, but it is snowballing, right? Because remember, first it was just.
I'm surprised they weren't doing that in Canada. You know what I mean? I'm surprised like that wasn't a thing there, because in Canada, literally, you can order it through the fucking. You just click on a website, doop, 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 it's at your doorstep the next day.
Yep.
They're on like a whole other level there compared
Dude,
to.
you know what's something funny is like now that weed is legal, I feel like I'm like less inclined to even like do it anymore. Like I feel like there's like that component of it. It's so weird.
That comes with the fact where it's like that I can't do it, so I want to do it, and now it's like okay, I can do it, so it's lost its luster. I feel like it's like drinking before 21. You're like you're not well.
Yeah,
for you guys,
there's the
like,
thrill.
Like, I loved drinking before I turned 21, and I became 21. I'm like, this feels like a fucking chore.
Joe,
Like,
you should give heroin a shot.
Yeah.
I hear that's still illegal.
Double-sided dildos, yeah.
Yeah. But that's what it is.
Ass to ass.
You tell your kid like, oh, you can't do that, and they're going to do it. They're going to do it. It's just it's the way it is. It's genetics. You know what I mean? It's genetically in our system. So
yeah.
What? Oh, give me a second.
Yeah, that does make sense. Like, was it? You probably
Beardy nipples. Beardy, come on! You're trying to get me banned here. God
like
damn
you're
it!
trying to cover it with your hand.
Yeah, I'm like, what do I do? Cover it. Cover it.
No, stop! Cover the screen, quick!
Fuck's sake!
Like, I guess like over there, like he probably would have started drinking maybe 17, 18. If you were to have like your first drinks or go drinking with your friends or that. Like when over here it's like legal at 18, so we probably start having our first couple of drinks. Well, Dax is a pioneer.
Sorry, we lost.
I was a pioneer.
So like, I would start drinking at like 15. So, you always start like you need the couple of years before you're legal to get used to the old hard stuff.
Do you guys like to frequent like pubs and stuff in your area? Like every now and then, like how often do you guys go usually?
Like back when the pubs are open, I'd probably go like once every 2 or 3 months. Like I didn't go out that often. And the pub I went to was like, the pub I go to is like this, what we're doing now. There's no music. Everyone's just sitting at a table and you just drink and talk. And that's the fucking pub, lads. That's the pub you want. Yeah. That's the fucking pub you want.
Yeah, clubs went out the window real quick when you realize they're all the same.
When you realize you're standing beside somebody fucking screaming at them and they're like, what? You're just like, oh, fuck this. I'm out. Like, I'm going back to the pub. Like, it's so much better.
You try to talk to a girl, yeah, they talk. They either talk, they don't talk, like they're too quiet, or they talk like too hard into your ear, like, what? And you're just like, I don't like this music, and she's like, what?
Yeah, when you have to say something followed by, you know, it's not the place to be.
Yeah, and then you're trying to go up to the bar and it's like talking to a bookie, just like, hey, 21, no, just take my
waving money.
Come here.
Oh, that's the worst when you're sitting there waiting for fucking service and you're just like,
and you know they're trying their best at the back.
Go here,
right. And then you'll have some stupid bitch or dick, whichever, just like. They'll come up like you've been standing there for 20 minutes waiting, and they'll come up like
a beer or something.
With like two minutes to go, and they'll go straight to them before you, and you're like,
and they'll buy 2 pints, right? And as they're turning, they'll bump into you and go sorry, and they'll like spill like the first 5% of their drink will end up on your shoulder, and you're like, fucking cunt.
That's right.
I'm gonna knock that bastard out.
I got a very good strategic plan to get quick drinks at the bar.
Tell us, please. Tell us.
I send the beans over. Done.
She's wearing
she's
wearing that low cut top. My man. Beans is his wife, by the way. Joe.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Yeah.
Peter's like, sends the beans over.
I saw your nipples. I'm like, what?
He has a can of beans and he just
has beans.
2 googly eyes just on it. And a smiley face.
Oh, no, you have like the pulp and flap nipples, right?
I want to get your attention. The can of beans and googly eyes will get your attention. It'll still work the same. Hey, you know what I mean?
Leave a $20 tip on the first round. Wait, actually, in the States, if you guys go out to a bar or a pub,
We tip everything you.
no,
dirty
but do you
bastard.
guys
I know
do
don't fucking
do you
tip.
guys do rounds?
Yeah.
Like as in Beardy, you're doing the first round, then it's Joe, then it's me, then it's
Yeah. So
reception.
what I'll do though, but what we do is like I'll put my card on the bar. I'll give them my debit card and just go keep it open, and then they'll just
Right.
keep a tab of rounds. And when every time I come back and I go, "Yo, give me a round," they'll put it on my tab.
Ah, okay.
Or we could do a nice like credit card roulette where we put our credit cards in the middle, shake them up in a hat or something, and just have someone
Not
pick them.
bad, I like
Or
that.
there's
Not bad
also
either.
another one where your cell phone. You put your cell phones on the table, and whoever's cell phone goes off first has to pay the tab.
Rounds in Ireland can be dangerous if you have a big group. Like rounds with 4 people is like grand, you're having 4 pints. But if you go to a pub with 8 people and you're like, we're doing rounds, that means you have to drink at least 8 pints or 8 drinks. Because
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
if you pay for the first one, in order for you
The
to get
last
your
guy
money's
gets
worth,
out
you got to
scot
go
for
through all of
free.
them.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
last guy gets away with not paying anything.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Perception. I'm looking at your ass.
Perception's definitely the last person on the tab.
Brilliant.
Yeah,
Perception's
but
like,
that's the thing,
I got the
Slippy.
8th round. I got the 8th round.
Slippy, that's the thing. You pay for 8
Track in
people.
between, too.
You pay
That's
for
another
8
thing,
people.
yeah.
You're like, this is shit. You
Joe,
know, it was like
did-
€80.
Did I hear shots?
€80 for
yeah,
8 people.
Yeah.
But then
The first round shots.
that
second
means
round
you have to
shots,
drink
third round
constantly.
shots. Oh, we're not going to make it to the 8th round. Meh.
Oh man. Wait. What?
Oh, I have a feeling Tuesday's gonna be like that. I have a feeling Tuesday night we're at gonna
Oh
be
god.
that fucking.
No,
hard
Tuesday's when
bender.
we're actually going out for a few drinks. Like, as in-
Tuesday we're doing the tour of the whiskey museum, which means we're drinking whiskey
then
in the
Guinness.
morning. Then Jameson, which we're drinking more whiskey, and then we're going to Guinness.
Yeah, Tuesday's gonna be.
Whoa,
You guys have this planned
Tuesday's
out,
gonna
man.
be.
Yeah, we're gonna try do a live
Yeah.
Tins and Gins, Joe, with the 3 of us in a pub.
Do it.
Something like that.
Do it.
We'll see what happens. A $1,200 bar tab.
Jesus Christ.
Fuck. Yeah, that's like Doyler went out for a few pints there recently, and he got a €520 receipt,
God.
and it was like 41 pints of Guinness.
How does? Oh God.
Some man.
Jesus
What's up,
Christ.
Darth man? Look at that. That's a fucking dude right there. That's a dude you want to keep around.
Collective cracking the last can of the night or in the house. Cheers, Collective. Enjoy it, man.
Cheers.
Joe, do you have anything planned today?
Not much. I mean, I want to like just get a bunch of stuff done.
No,
know,
you have
kinda
the whole day.
the whole
Hey, your day
day.
is only starting.
The
What the
whole
fuck?
day.
Yeah, shit, man. Yeah,
It's
probably
just
get a
getting
workout
dinner
in,
time,
get some
too.
food in, you know. Maybe get a stream in there. I had this idea in my head recently. There's this book. I don't know if you guys heard of this, probably not, but it's called Atomic Habits by a gentleman named James Clear. And in the book, it's kind of just a book about habits and how to develop them, how to like create them like in a very healthy way. It's very natural, like to our programming, our mental programming. And he talks about how there's like if you really want to start a habit, like there's like 4 different ways you can do it, right? But there's kind of like a system he kind of presents, and it's really well done. But this one aspect of it, he creates this like notion that like that you have to make it easy, right? What that means is just like, for example, right? Like everyone's just like, oh, I don't want to work out today. It's too much. I'm too tired. Blah, blah, blah. It's like, sure, reasonable excuses, but it's like, what if you just did like 5 push-ups instead of just like doing a whole workout, right? What if you just worked out for 1 minute or 2 minutes, and that's it? Then it's like, hey, you gave yourself a non-zero, right? Back to the non-zero concept, right? And I think now I've taken that approach to like streaming, where it's just like, okay, what if I don't commit myself to like a 4-hour stream and feel like I have to be on forever, right? What if I just do like an hour or 2 hours, like every like 5 or 6 days a week, instead of just like 3 days a week where it's just 4 hours, right? Or 3 hours, you know what I'm saying? So it's like that way you kind of have like consistency, like people will see you on over and over and over again, and they kind of get in their brain like, hey, this person's on, right? So that's like the one thing I've kind of been taking in recently, streaming wise. But yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think about that, the habit thing?
Well, that's definitely something that I should really take on. I am fucking awful at committing to anything.
Especially with streaming, you fucking dickhead. We give you everything, you get affiliate, and then you're like, good luck, lads, I'm out. First paycheck, good luck. What the fuck, like?
Perception.
It's not like that.
It's kind of like that.
No, it's not. You can't stop making up your
At
own.
least I
you
quit
little
before. At least I quit drinking before all this.
Definitely though, with the habit thing, like making it easy. You want to make it easy, but not too like easy. That as in like one push up, you like grand, whatever. But I think you want to make it easy enough so that it's a challenge, but it's still enjoyable. And then maybe it would kind of entice you to go further with it when you get to it.
And that's just one of his one of the things he talks about, right? Because he blends it in with a system of 3 other things, right? I think he said make it easy, make it attractive, make it consistent. I forgot like the way he presents it, but the way he presents these ideologies, like that's just one part of it. Like you can take any parts of these and just be like, okay, great, I can implement this. And so for some people, it's enough, right? For some people, like I said, it's very hard for them to even do, like I said, like one push up, right? So for them, that might be something to get started with. Because some people, they're just like, they're so overwhelmed with this idea that they have to like get a whole workout. And like, for example, I'm sure some of you have heard of the show Biggest Loser for a while.
Yes.
Yeah. It's kind of like that, where I think a lot of people like who are on that show, I don't recall reading about this, but I'm pretty sure that this happens where some people, they just kind of give up on the routine because it's just so much to do.
Yeah, a lot of
so
them gain
frequently,
back the
right?
weight. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's so overwhelming, right? You see the workouts they're fucking doing. That's like, those are workouts like I'd get a good sweat in, man. Like that shit is difficult,
And that's the reason
dude.
why they're losing like 20 or 30 pounds a week.
Yeah, along with like with the dietary changes, like dude, they go in their cupboard, they're just like, all right, all this trash. They don't give a fuck, right? They just, you know, it's so much, and for these people, it's like I get it, it's so overwhelming, you know. And for some people, it's like something as small as just like doing like a minute worth of walk, or you know, let's say for someone who's like 350 pound, 400 pounds or something like that, like that could be the difference between starting a good habit and then not do anything at all, you know. And
I
just doing
feel
nothing.
attacked right now with this conversation. By the way,
Beardy, you fat bastard, lose some weight, all right? That's the thick and thin of it, Beardy. You're obese.
I'm okay. I'm all right now. Listen, before I would have said I'm trying. Now I'm not. I'm not bullshitting myself
Whatever.
anymore. It is what it is.
Yeah. I'm actually trying to lose weight at the moment, Joe. And I have got into the habit of like eating less. So basically I'm just losing weight not by doing more cardio, but just calorie restriction. And literally I've done a week now of like lowering calories. And now that I've done a week, I'm actually in the habit of doing it. Like even today, I knew I was drinking a few pints tonight, so I actually skipped breakfast. And I had dinner, which was a lot of calories, and now the rest of my calories are through drink tonight, which isn't exactly healthy. But if I'm at a calorie deficit at the end of the day, that's all that matters. So
Still holding to it.
yeah, and I'm still sticking to it. So I'm down about a kilo. That's all in last week, but I'm hoping it'll keep going into the coming months or coming weeks.
How much is a kilo in pounds?
2.2 pounds.
You gotta convert their fake weight.
2.2
to
pounds.
American Freedom Units.
That's
Yeah, I'm like 200 pounds at the moment, but I compete at 181, I think. So I had to lose around 20 pounds. So
yeah, for me, I'm trying to gain a little bit of weight, but not like too much weight. So right now I'm at like 168. I kind of fluctuate to 168, 170. But I'm also 6 foot too, so I look lankier because I'm just 6 foot. It's more extended, like kind of.
yeah.
I've never seen 168 on a scale.
You did at one stage,
dude.
Beardy. You did at one stage, but you missed it.
Oh,
You missed it.
I did. I must have blew right fucking past that. Oh man.
Oh, Rumpus says Ronnie Coleman. Yeah, Ronnie Coleman. Lightweight, little bit of peanut. Right?
Oh. We have a lightweight
guy.
command. Oh,
Oh,
God.
Listen, I've
You see
heavily
pictures of
embraced.
him?
I've heavily embraced my fucking dad bod physique. You know what I mean? I've just went.
Ronnie
full-blown
Coleman, what a
dad bod
fucking,
physique.
what a machine.
What a giga Chad, dude. Like, let me just.
He squats 800 pounds, but not just 800 pounds, that's 800 solid ass pounds. Yeah. Joe, I don't know if you know Umbra Penumbra. You might know Umbra, right?
Yep.
Yeah, he's a big Ronnie Coleman fan. Wait, Nantro, you've never been over 72 kilo. Holy shit,
look
Nantro.
Look at Nantro. Thank you for looking at that. And he converts it to pounds too, just like that too. What a fucking fella. What a swell fella.
Yeah, I've got pretty heavy. I've got to like 200 and wait, in pounds? What is it in pounds? It's like 200 and
What's the heaviest you ever been?
I'll calculate it for you here now.
What's the heaviest you ever been?
Dude, smoking weed helps a lot too. Yeah.
I've been 210
Help me,
pounds.
I just want to eat more.
210 is the heaviest I've ever been.
210. I used to walk around in high school.
210 at 5'8". I was pretty fucking chunky. Saying that, like I am pretty built, but I was still very fat at that stage. So
I was 210 in high school when I started fighting. I was 215. They wanted me to cut to 175. They wanted to walk around at 215.
Cutting is difficult, dude. And the thing is that it all comes down to the calories, right? It's calories in, calories out. Whether you're gaining weight or losing it, it's calories, man.
Joe's an educated man.
We're in the fucking gym. We're in a gym, fucking like 5 to 6 days a week, just fucking sweating. You know what I mean?
Because you can have the most intense workout, but if you're not getting your calories right, it's not going to mean anything, right?
Well, that's like people who go for a walk and they burn like 400 calories, and they're like, "Oh, now I can eat 400 extra calories," and you're like,
eat it back.
"No, that's not how it works. You can either don't eat 400 calories or just."
They wanted me to cut that 175 at 6'3" too, so it would have been like a heavy fucking cut. You know
Actually,
what I mean?
Joe Bagheera in chat, she went on a serious. She started walking. And she lost a serious amount of weight. She lost 61 pounds.
Holy
in
shit,
about I think it was like 4 months.
That's
like actually Bag, do you have pictures of the before and after? Sorry, I don't mean to put you on the spot, but it is insane the difference. And it's basically calories in, calories out. She started walking, she was burning calories like crazy. That's just the way it is.
As it wrestling, what was the heaviest I was? I used to be 20 stone when I was leaving school.
What's stone?
So that is 280 pounds.
I'm talking to fucking GM right now.
280?
Yeah, 280 pounds.
I'm floating just under you right now. I'm sitting at 270 right now.
127 kilos.
Holy shit, that's fucking heavy.
Oh, I'm sitting just under you right now. I'm sitting at 270 pounds. So that would be what, like
120 something.
Yeah, it would have to be like one.
I can bench Beardy.
We could try it.
Let's make it happen.
School. The slimmest I was 89 kilos.
Yeah. But Joe, I'd imagine, like, just from talking to you for how long have we been talking now? Like an hour 40? I'd imagine you're quite a science-based person in terms of, like, how you 100%. View things. Yeah.
Oh, easily. Dude, I grew up, like, reading books on astronomy and meteorology, like, and I watched, so there's this, I don't know if this is true in other countries, but, like, in America, there's this TV channel that I used to watch. It's just called the Weather Channel, and it's on 24/7. It's on 24/7. And remember, I would watch that shit religiously. I don't know why. I just thought weather was cool, right? And it's so funny. I don't know.
That's like,
yeah, definitely.
Who's that guy? That guy, he's an American guy. I think he is like
Jim
severe.
Cantori.
He has like very severe autism.
Oh,
yeah. He puts up YouTube videos like every day saying, like, pretending to be a weatherman, like talking about the weather. But he has a fucking huge following. And everyone's like, this man's a fucking champion. I forget his name. Hopefully somebody in chat will know, but it's fucking cool.
You bald, dude?
Yeah, he's bald. Yeah. Frankie something? Is it Frankie? I think it could be that, but it's so entertaining.
That's another thing that's interesting is the whole autism spectrum debate, you know, because it's like it is a spectrum, right? You know, you have like one end that's very severely autistic and might like only live life by certain patterns, certain regimens, certain regimes, and then you have the other spectrum where it's like you have like the Elon Musks, you have the Bill Gates. Right?
Yeah, my ex-girlfriend thought I was autistic.
Dude, if you look, here's the thing: if you're in any form of content creation, you have to have some type of like neurotip or non-typicalness, right? There has to be something about you that's just a little bit off. I feel like to do this kind of
stuff. Thanks, like Frankie McDonald. That's the name.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, Joe. Sorry, Joe.
I put the before and after in Tins&Gins chat.
Oh yeah, so here, actually, hold on, Joe. If you can see the stream right now, hold on. Let me put this on screen.
Do ask Bag first if she wants to put it up on
Bag.
screen.
Bag? Is it okay if I put it on screen? So this is Bag's. It's actually after and before.
Fantastic transition. Absolutely phenomenal transition. just
So,
from taking a walk. You know what I mean? It's a
okay,
thing as,
here we go. So
just going out every day and
here you go.
and
So this
just getting
is,
out.
I don't know if you can see this on stream, Joe, but this is bags after and before. It's seriously different.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
this is like
Yeah.
definitely in bag in your face and your like upper body. Definitely, you can notice the difference. It's fucking incredible. So,
Bag.
Dude, it's crazy how much that will change your complexion, just like lowering body fat. It just you just look like a different person. It's
yeah,
crazy.
completely.
I've wondered this where, because you know how like I think hold on, I'm gonna look this up real quick. There's a statistic on the percentage of the world that is obese. Let's see.
Guilty.
Okay, so it says in 2016, more than 1.9 billion with a B adults age 18 or older were overweight. That's just overweight. There's two different levels. There's overweight and there's obese, right?
But what's it based on? Is it based on BMI? It depends.
Yeah,
right. I would think it's
obese is
BMI.
Because
Yeah.
BMI,
Yeah.
I'm technically obese.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is that that's the thing is, because I know they're not measuring like muscle mass percentage, they're not measuring body fat, like or water fat. Like there's a lot of different components you can separate from BMI that makes it like so. Because you can see, like
BMI gets like so fucking funky with their weights, dude. They get so funky with their weights.
Yeah, but dude, I've wondered like, what if like the entire world was just like we're just healthy people, like they all just like were like within like a healthy range of weight, healthy range. Like it makes you wonder. Like first of all, the dating pool, like you could date. I mean, in terms of like everybody finds everyone attractive at that point, right? Like you're kind of.
I don't know. There's still certain factors
like-
there, but I think everyone would be like skinny shredded. You know what I mean?
That's like the
Like, everyone would be
hypothetical situation I had. Joe, let me know your opinions on this, but just say you had a baby, okay? And that baby, year after year, as they grow up, took in the exact recommended calorie intake to the T, okay? When they get to just say 25, what are they going to look like? Are they going to look perfectly average?
That's
I don't know.
right.
Like what are they going to
don't
look if you took in exactly 2,500 calories every day, based on carbs, fats, and proteins? You know, recommended by whatever.
They say recommended, but it's like they don't actually talk about like what that person is doing with their lifestyle outside of just eating, right? Because you can take that amount of calories and still get fat.
Yeah, exactly.
Are they sitting on their ass? What are they doing? You know what I mean? That's I think you would still get those differences. I think if you take in those calories and you're just sitting here all day, you're still going to get the high BMI. If you're working out, you might actually still get it because your muscle may weigh more. You know what I mean? Like there's so many factors.
Like Chauncey said, like I was running and doing keto, eating almost 3,000 calories a day, losing weight. Exactly. Yeah.
I'd love to know what I look like. So obviously I started bodybuilding. I started powerlifting like when I was 19. So that was what? Oh shit. 9 years ago? Yeah, 9 years ago. And I'd love to know what I look like now if I never started any of that. Because I was very, very skinny. I was 60 kilo, which is like 150 something pounds.
Yeah, I look like a bag of fucking iceberg lettuce.
Yeah, I was very...
dude, that was me. I was 145, 150 pounds.
Yeah, I was around 150 pounds when I started. And now I'm 200.
Yeah.
So... I'd just love to know what I look like now if I just never lifted. It'd be interesting. Especially my ass, Beardy.
It'd be non-existent, sir. You would have a lot of room in that back pocket.
It was non-existent. Now it's all that exists.
Wouldn't have that cake.
That sweet cake. Oh man, I need to pee again. I'm nearly I'm drinking these ridiculously quickly.
Yeah, I could tell you.
Juices.
Oh, right.
It's good.
I still have a half a bottle of gin.
Delicious.
Alcoholic.
Oh man.
I think I'm out of juice. I might actually have more.
Natural, I know when I used to smoke weed a lot, I actually sometimes because weed can stimulate your appetite, but only if you give it like a couple hours when you're high. But if you keep smoking it, that's where it kills your appetite.
That is the old Hendrix.
That's how I lost all the weight after I left school, because I just became a a complete stoner and is just
Maybe,
smoking every
yeah,
day.
maybe if weed became
For
legal
for
everywhere,
years.
the average body fat percentage would just come down a bit.
Yeah, I'm
'Cause,
complete
yeah.
opposite, dude. When I smoked, man, like I would fucking just rummage. I'm like, yo,
Bingy.
give me. I'm like, dude, come
Give me
on, man. I'm
everything.
just like,
Your stomach turns into a fucking black hole
shit.
sometimes. It
I'm
depends
like,
on the strain.
it just makes everything taste so good. It just, dude, I'm not a huge fan of like devil dogs. You guys even have devil dogs there? And
No.
like, oh man, I crushed a box one time. I was like, holy fuck, these are so good. I'm just like, just one shot. I'm like, oh god, oh, these are so good. Just
Kev,
bloop.
thank you. Kev, thank you very much for the sub. Again, thank you. 5 months. Holy shit. Thank you, Kev.
I think it's about time for like a 5-minute.
Yeah, let's take a 5-minute break. I'm gonna swap you over to the Tins and Gins starting screen, lads. If you wanna go get hydrated, take a piss, get yourselves a fresh drink. Now's the time, and we'll talk to you in a few minutes. Okay, welcome back, everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. Hopefully, you're enjoying the absolute tunes that are playing.
The 90s beats.
Oh man, the best. You know yourself. Oh man, I gotta add in fucking. Hold on. Gotta add in a tune here.
Dan Troll. Where'd you get them beard gang emotes?
I'll be right back.
Yeah, work away.
Where'd you get the beard gang emotes? They better have a fucking beard. I'm tired of these fucking kids that have like a light dusting and they say beard gang. I'm doing it. I'm checking it out.
Wait, they're his emotes.
No, they're not.
Wait,
wait,
which one?
For earlier.
Oh, Nantro beard gang. Oh, it's AFAM. Oh, look at Perception whipping it. You know what? You know a drink is fancy when it's in a fucking box.
I know. Oh my god.
Oh, the Black Bartle.
You got an alright beard.
Yeah, I'm onto the old gin myself, lads.
He's allowed to have it.
I love boy. What is this?
Oh, the old Black Barrel's so delicious.
Jim or Joe, have you ever had Jameson?
Oh yeah.
He's got a nice beard. He's got a nice beard. I'll give him that.
Jameson is decent. I don't usually drink whiskey much, but Jameson is good.
Black Barrel is the shit, dude.
Black Barrel is probably the finest whiskey I've ever tasted.
There was this one peach-based whiskey I had back in college. It was surprisingly, it was cheap, but it was really good. It's really good.
Sounds about Dax.
Peach. We had peach schnapps here.
I thought we were talking about cheap here.
Actually, Joe's, do you have a name for your followers? Like we have the Peach Gang. Like is the group that we have is just the Peach Gang. I know it was christened that because I have a big ass. So they were like, "Hey, Peach Gang, sounds good." Do you have a
No. I mean, if I were to call, I just call them the dumbasses.
The fabulous people.
No.
The dumbasses? Like man, is that my chat as well?
Oh, it's bad. Like Joe's mamas.
Only fabs.
Dude, oh god, you would cringe how many times people come in there and say that just because like I've heard it so much at this point. Like it was funny the first few times, and I'm just like,
lol.
I couldn't even comprehend.
Oh god.
Darth has his headstand nation, absolutely. Yeah.
I got koozies. And stickers to prove it.
Yeah, you could have the fabulous people.
The Fabos, hey, Fabos, huh?
Oh, Fabos, eh? I have a fucking fly on my screen. Go away.
Marilyn Manson's Beautiful People to Fabulous People. The Fabulous People. The Fabulous People. That'd be hilarious. With like a dub over, like voiceover.
The Fab Fam.
Ooh,
no,
yeah, that's pretty good.
It's not bad.
Fab Fam.
No, that would be like my YouTube like intro, like, yo, what up, Fab Fam? This is your boy Joe coming back at you.
Man, some of the shit on YouTube is so cringy. It's so cringy, some of the YouTube shit. Oh, God. Fabulous by Sharpay Evans. What? Billy, what are you talking about?
Sharpay Evans. Sounds like a DJ.
It does, actually. The people who put up with Dax's shit.
He's like, what do you mean?
What do you mean my shit? What do you mean bang? Come on, like.
I think it was Drunk Rat who actually christens us the fucking Peach Fuzz, right?
The Peach Fuzz. Yeah. No, he calls the mods. Yeah, the mods in our channel is the Peach Fuzzes.
The Peach Fuzzes.
Oh man.
John Cena's team, but on Kazoo.
Joe, do you have any Twitch streamers that you kind of like don't aspire to be, but you look to them as kind of inspiration of like what you kind of want your channel to be?
Yes. There's a couple. This is one, I don't know if you guys heard of him. It's called Djibouti Show. The guys who do Djibouti dubs on YouTube. You might have seen him. Like
I've heard of Djibouti dubs on YouTube.
If you have a link, Joe, please put in chat. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Nice.
They're actually the reason why I got into streaming. Watching them one night, I remember they were doing like Grand Theft Auto role play and stuff, and I'm like, I could do this shit. This looks like fun. And like, sure enough, 6 months later, I start my stream. Yeah, dude, they're hilarious. Like the way they present their content is so fucking professional and just so like, so ideal. And dude, they should be like much bigger for like their size. I mean, they average like about 1,000 viewers and so, which is so big. But like for their content they're putting out, it's so good. It's like every time I watch them, there's such good entertainment, so many good conversation. It's like a group stream they do, right? So they have it's this guy named Justin, and then his brother. Or no, I think his brother Pops. He also has a cousin that comes on, and also his friend named Damon. It's kind of like a group type stream, but and obviously, I mean, I can't do the group thing, but it's like I think in terms of like the professionalism they show and like the just like the fact that they're always on, they're always enjoying themselves, no matter what. Every time I watch them, they're always having a great time, or they're just shitting on things in the game, or they're just they're fucking memeing with their chat and stuff, and it's so like their community, their content, it's all so well like formulated and condensed,
Yeah.
Like if there's one goal that I have, it's to like get to the point of streaming like where you have a set identity and your chat knows you have this identity, and then you can just vibe with it. And every time you come on, you have a great time, and it's very consistent, right? Because in the past, the issue I'd run into would be like I would have a very inconsistent stream identity, right? Like where I like some streams I would just kind of like just drop like a million different memes, and like you get like a rate from someone like, oh, drop all the memes, yeah, fucking, and then everyone's like, oh, cool, memes, haha, follow, it's funny because funny follow, yeah, memes, and then you never see them again because that's not you, right? That's not your streamer identity, right?
Yeah.
I think it all comes down to the identity that you're willing to consistently recreate on stream. You have to find whatever that is, right? Find the core of whatever that is, find it, and search for it. Because once you do find it, you're gonna enjoy yourself so much more streaming. Like I haven't had sure I have like my moments like of frustration playing fucking Doom or whatever, but like that's whatever. Like it's just that comes and goes. But like generally speaking, this past year of streaming, I've had more fun than I've ever had like since I started.
Yeah.
Period. Because I know who I am. I know the content I'm putting out, and I know what people like to watch as well. It's like it's a mesh of all that to kind of like put together.
Yeah, I find my chat or my identity comes from chat, I think. Like I know the streams that I enjoy the most is when chat is just having fun. As in taking the piss out of me, throwing jokes back and forth, things like that. Like, they're the streams that I really enjoy, even if it's Hell on Earth on repeat. If I'm actually engaging with chat
unless we get off Hell on Earth.
Yeah. But if it's Hell on Earth repeat, but chat is, everyone's having fun, everyone's kind of like throwing jokes around, that's what I want to be. If I get to fucking the end, like fucking Final Sin, I've never got there. But if I got to Final Sin and chat was completely dead, that's it's cool, but it's not a stream I'm going to be like memorable. Like my most memorable stream has to be like the stream we did Prote's reclaimed Earth Master level, and we had Irina saying Poggy Woggy on like a 5-second delay or 2-second delay, and it was just on repeat the whole time, but the whole chat was just fucking bang bang bang, everyone was having a good time. And that's the stream I remember the most, was when like people were talking. That's something I
you remember the emotions behind it.
I strive for like just, even though I couldn't engage with every comment, but the thing is like people were talking to each other, and that's what I liked about it. Hey Tony.
Poggy.
Poggy Woggy.
I love this SpongeBob emote. What is this?
Who is that?
Fucking SpongeBob. God damn it. Dude, some of these emotes I see, I swear to God. Just the right amount of curse,
It's good.
That's another thing too. Dude, I was talking about this. So here in Portland where I live, the biggest reason why I moved out here was because I have multiple people that I wanted to meet in person who stream for the longest time, and I finally got a chance to meet them. They're like just the same people they were like offline. They're wonderful people. They're so cool to hang out with. And like we get in like these long conversations about like Twitch stuff, and it's really cool because like we can all like share similar like shitty experiences we have. Like for example, there's this one mutual viewer that me and these other two streamers have between all three of us, where it's just like he like how there's some certain viewers like where they kind of have like their little shtick, like where they come into stream a certain way or they talk a certain way. Well, this one particular viewer between like the three of our streams, like he had this like really bad habit of just like dropping like this random wall of text of just like this like tech stuff he's working on with no context or no anything. He just comes in, just drops it. I'm just like, oh great, cool, more tech stuff that I don't know anything about, and there's no context at all. But okay, I'll vibe with it. And it turns out like this one of my other streamer friends, he's just like, yeah, I just made a tech channel for him. He goes in Discord, just types all that shit in there, gets it all of his system. I'm like, oh, fucking great, wonderful. You know, like, but that's the point. It's like there are some like viewers that have like, you know, their thing, right? They have like their like some viewers are like the ones who just only drop emotes, which I fucking love. You have some viewers like the archetypes of like viewers, of Twitch viewers, right? You have like the emote droppers, right? You got like the BTTV fucking experts, you know, the ones who just have the right emote for the right time, you know.
Tony.
The trollers, right? The guys that come in and just drop
Gummy.
like a fucking ha ha right in your fucking face when you die or some shit. You have like some guy, some random like, you know, little kid who just like absolutely loves your content, comes in, it's like, hey, it's so good to see you again, heart emoji. They're just like so fucking wholesome, you know, right? You know, all these different archetypes, you know, like that's one thing like you don't really pick up as a streamer until over time when you develop your community more. Is you get like these more.
That's
you
like
start to recognize the archetypes.
It kind of reminds me of it was like 2 nights ago. I got the best comment I've ever got in chat. It was from Meji. If anyone knows Meji, you know what this is. But Meji announced in chat that he had just beaten leukemia. In my chat when I was like streaming Hell on Earth, and I was this close to crying on stream. I was like, "This is so fucking cool." That somebody.
First time.
Yeah, I've cried on stream a few times, but even now, I'm slightly tearing up thinking about like Meji just beat leukemia, and he was in my chat just hanging out. I thought that was the coolest shit ever. That's like by far, I think the coolest comment I've ever said in chat, or I've seen in my chat, even though some people have put some stupid shit in chat and it's really funny. But seeing somebody say, hey, I just beat leukemia, that was fucking like, I was like, oh God, the feels. I'm going to cry. And I didn't cry, but fuck me, it felt good.
No, especially, I mean, it's still kind of relatively close to the the Cancer Society charity that we did too.
Yeah, man. Joe, I don't know if you were here for that, but we raised €5,000 for the Irish Cancer Society. And
straight out, man. It's awesome.
one of the guys who is the owner of the whole program of this Twitch streaming raising money for the Irish Cancer Society came in, and he gave me a video to watch to say this is what we did last year with the money that was raised. And I started crying on stream, fucking typically, but it really hit home that he said, hey, a little girl named Rebecca who was 5 years old got a artificial arm because she lost her arm to cancer and shit. And I was like, man, why do you have to play this shit on stream? And
it was a custom video of like cancer patients, but he knew.
Yeah, he knew every single
one
backstory to every person that was in it.
Yeah,
and
like literally, as they came up on screen as we were playing the video, he was like, "Oh, this lady here is there getting experimental treatment because of the donations. This little girl here is this because of the donations."
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like, you can see the impact.
Exactly.
You can see what you're doing. It's more than just like
you're doing it. It's just like a charity stream. It's like, all right, this is cool, we're raising money, and then like this, you came in and made it like.
Made it
guys,
real.
Made it real, yeah.
Doing.
This is what you're doing.
You. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like.
And then I got a really nice message off a guy that I've known for years, for like 10, 15 years, but I didn't know him personally. I just knew him from online. And he messaged me after we did the fundraiser. He messaged me saying, hey, my wife has gone through with cancer. You impact more than you think you do. And then unfortunately, a few months later, he lost his wife to cancer. And then that kind of hits home more that, like, you know, as in I helped, but, you know, there's only so much you can do, but it just felt real that, like, this is the stuff that people go through. And it felt nice that I was actually
a lot closer to home than you think. You know what I mean? Like, it's just,
that was really sad. That was like 2 weeks after we did the fundraiser, and he messaged me. It was just sudden. She just passed away, and then it was just, wow, this, you know, it makes it a lot more real about the impact that we made.
Dude, that brings up another topic I think that's interesting is, like, one thing you don't consider as a streamer is, like, you are making an impact on someone's life in general.
Definitely.
Like, you are, because if you think about it, right, it's not like watching a YouTube video where you can just, like, skip ahead. You can, like, watch certain parts of it and just, like, all right, I got to go, you know, fucking close the video, right? Well, with live streaming, they're literally committing part of their day to watching you. And I still find that fascinating, how they're willing to sit and watch me bullshit on some random topic that no one should probably care about.
Yeah, it's
right?
fucking crazy.
And it's amazing to me how because we know on our end we just see, you know, we see the numbers, we see the analytics, like, oh great, we got like a nice like spike in viewers, or we got a raid or something, like great. But like, we have to remember that these still are people. These are people that are committing their time to us, watching us, and we're making an impact on their lives in some form or fashion. And I think when you get to the point like in your streaming kind of career where you start to realize that it really adds a whole new level of like sort of like kind of like wholesomeness in your heart. You're like, oh man, I'm doing something here. Like I'm actually giving something. I'm giving somebody who's having a bad day a good day, or I'm giving somebody something funny to laugh at, or some like at my expense for sure. I don't mind, right? And like I said, even with charities too. Like I said, we don't see the impact. We just see like the amount we raise. Like, oh great, we raise like, dude, even like $50. That's enough to pay for like 2 hours worth of work for like a doctor performing work on somebody, right? We don't think of like every small amount adds up to like a contribution of something to somebody else's day, right? And like that's the thing is we don't like really think about that when we start streaming, but like that's kind of something that recently crossed my mind that it's something good to think about consistently if we want to keep going.
Yeah, fuck me.
Yeah, no, that's an amazing point.
Yeah, it's cool seeing like consistently the same people in chat, and you're like, wow, these people actually tune in to see me die on Hell on Earth again and again. You know what I mean, though. It's cool. And I think it's those moments that kind of motivate you more than money. Like I know for me, like I started streaming because I was in a bad place mentally, and I found that when I kept myself busy, I was able to, forget about the bad feelings, the bad past. And that's why I started streaming. And just now, like when every now and then somebody sends me a message saying, hey, good stream, or I really enjoyed that stream because of X. And it just makes it feel like, hey, you actually made a difference, And I think that keeps me more motivated than like, oh, the paycheck on the 15th of every month, Like there's some months where I've got like fucking serious, like absolutely crazy money from Twitch. It's like the same as my fucking job, but it doesn't feel as good as the month I earn 20% of my job, but it feels like I made an impact, So Beard, are you good?
It's catching up to me.
I looked at you there and you're just like,
I'm past that 24-hour threshold right now.
Oh, he's getting there.
You've been awake for 24 hours?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I've been awake for
I had no idea.
Yeah. My sleep
dude.
schedule, I'm on night shifts, so my sleep schedule is like extremely jacked up.
Dude, I work night shifts.
I went to go to bed last night at like 3 a.m. and sat in the dark till 6 a.m. and the sun came up and went, oh, well, I guess I'm up.
Dude, I worked at a senior living facility doing overnights from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. And I had to go to school I had to go to class at like 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. So basically my life for like a good like almost a year was basically just like sleep, go to school, sleep, go to school, and work.
I sleep, dude. I wake up, I go to fucking work.
Yeah, dude, I relate, man. That shit is not easy.
So me yawning isn't a sign of disrespect for anyone. It's just I'm fed and I'm drunk, and I'm like my body is just kind of like
catching up. Yeah.
It's time.
Chauncey, you drinking gin tonight? My man. Gin.
I could tell it's catching up to you, Chauncey.
Oh, catching up. Fuck's sake. Is gin's not that popular in America, right? Or is it? And Beardy's
not necessarily. Yeah, I think really here it's like, I don't know. What do you think, Beardy? I feel like it's like definitely beer is a big one for sure, but I think also too.
Like you're gonna go. Your beer's your top, but in reality, it's gonna be. I feel like vodka club's been like really popular in the past couple of years.
Mixed drinks too, in general. Yeah.
But gin, not really. No, man. It's usually like either vodkas or whiskeys. You know what I mean?
It's very rare. I think Jello shots pretty big here too, a little bit. I love Jello shots. Those are great.
Jello shots are good for like the summer. Definitely good for the summer. The wife makes them pretty fucking strong.
Oh
yeah,
good.
Gin is quite popular here. I don't know about your perception, but gin is fairly. As in, if I think everyone in Ireland, if you ask them, have you drank gin, they'd say yes. Whereas if I ask somebody in the US, they were like, no, I haven't really tried it.
Yeah, I'd say most people over here tried it. Probably not everyone would have liked it, depending on what they would have had. But I think gin is definitely catching up to whiskey in a big way.
Yeah,
in
definitely.
Ireland. It's been produced by so many more people.
with different types of drinks, you get different types of buzzes, right? Like for me, my wine buzz
For
is
sure.
much different than a whiskey buzz.
Oh yeah,
or a
absolutely, yeah.
gin buzz. You know, what about you guys? Like, what's like your like if you had to choose like your best buzz?
My best, but if I remember one night on stream on Tins and Gins, I just got a bottle of white wine and drank it with I think it was lime water. I mixed it into it and just like, but like one bottle, that's it. I know exactly, like, at least I buy a bottle, I'm like, this will get me drunk. You know, with gin, I'm kind of like, it's a mixed bottle or a mixed whatever response that I get from it. But yeah, the drunks are definitely different. But apparently a lot of people get quite emotional on gin.
Oh really?
Yeah, but that's what people think. Yeah,
stereotype. But
yeah, but I don't. I just get, I always just get happy.
Emotional on it.
I think I get emotional. Definitely more emotional on. I want to lean more towards wine if I drink too much of it. Definitely wine for me. I feel like.
And you're a red wine drinker?
No preference really. Like if I had a choice for like type of buzz I want to get all the time is like definitely like whiskey. Like certain types of whiskey, like they just hit good. You know, like, it's a longer buzz. It feels like it's more. I feel more talkative, but like not in like the over like abundance kind of way.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
very like controlled like socialization kind of. You know,
I could drink whiskey and still maintain. You know what I mean? If I have to. Throughout.
Yeah. No, you're right. Yeah. No, me too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny how some people, like, if I drink, like, just say 4 shots or 6 shots of gin, I'm fine. But if I drink 6 shots of whiskey, man, that hits me differently. Because, like, I'm used to, like, every time I do a gin, it's always double shots, so I'm used to it. But then when you get gin in the mix, it's just different. It's like, whew, man.
When we were doing the mixed drink stream, that was pretty.
That was really good. Man, you got fucked, but I was fine at the end of it. I don't know what happened.
Yanked.
Yeah. Joe, we did was it for 1,000 follower special? We did like a cocktail night on Tins and Gins where we were making cocktails. But Beardy didn't have a measure, so he was just fucking everything in. And Beardy got fucked.
I'm like, this looks good. This looks good. I'm like, oh. And I'd be like, oh, I fucked this drink up. Let me remake it. And I'd remake it and fucking drink it again, dude. Oh, man.
Joe, let's just say I'm the only one who hasn't passed out yet on Tins and Gins. Because I actually need to click the button to stop the stream, so there's only so far I can go.
He's gotten close.
Yeah, I've got really drunk, so
hasn't passed out yet.
It's gotten close. I got close twice.
Yeah, I need to give somebody the ability to end my stream. That's something I need to do.
I'm getting that picture made into a poster, by the way. Of you, you're just like, like Dax is like this.
Yeah, I'm like pointed down, and Perception's like,
I'm like, and you're just like.
So Joe, that was like 2 weeks ago. Perception came on, and he did 2 shots of whiskey and two drinks of cream liqueur in the first 15 minutes.
No, two IPAs, 2 fucking full cream liqueurs, and then started hammering the fucking whiskeys.
Dude.
Budgie had to call me once or twice. Yeah, Budgie called me and he was like, end stream. And I was like, fuck off, leave me alone.
I remember that stream.
Yeah,
I was getting messages in the background. I remember getting the messages being like, yeah, tell them to take a break. Tell them to take a break. I'm like, we gotta take a piss.
The last time I got to that point of like almost passing out basically, or blacking out at least, was back in college. Me and my friend, we were at a bar, and we went from like the bar, like so like at the end of the bar, like this like kind of like clubbish kind of like bar mix type place, like a college bar type thing.
Yeah.
At the end, like right before last call, they have like it's me and my friend always called like the hamster drip, right? Where they would just fucking like all the like the bartenders and shit, they would get on the fucking counter and they would just hamster drip alcohol into people's like mouths and shit. And it's like, right? And then we just went from like doing that, and by the way, like there's no way to know how much you're drinking at that point, right? That could be like 2 or 3 shots worth, right? It doesn't hit until like 30 minutes later.
Yeah.
And dude, my friend and I, we just went to this other house. We took like I remember I had an edible, and then I took a bong rip like a fucking idiot, because first of all, you don't know the potency of this shit, all right? And then all I remember is like the part where I blacked out was like, all I remember is like me walking like halfway up to like my dorm room, like halfway up to like the sort of the hill that leads to like my dorm. And then after like between like that point and then like me just like waking up the next black, I was done. I was toast. I woke up with puke in my bed, so that was nice. But you know,
nice.
Twice on Tins and Gins. The one time I was so fucked up, I think we just ended. I ate a half an edible. I don't know how much time went by, and I was like, I don't feel anything, and I ate the other half, dude. I just remember being like, "You good?" And I just remember being like, I was like,
yeah.
"Good."
Oh man.
And then I woke up the next morning, ass naked in my bed, making sure Discord was off because my PC was still on. And I asked
Yeah.
her, like, "What happened?" She was like, "I don't know." She goes, "Your heart was racing. You were in the shower for like 3 hours."
Yeah, Joe, when somebody does this on Tins&Gins, you know they're fucked, right? They're like, all right, I'm just going to the jacks.
No, yeah. You take him and drag him right to a sleep. All right.
Once they turn off their camera, they're done. Like Collective got fucked on our street. Collective, if you're still there.
He was like, "Yeah, we're gonna go into general and just chat." And then all of a sudden, it was just like he came in, no camera, and dude, it was dark.
Yeah, Collective Unit. That was like one of the good episodes where Collective got fucking hammered.
Holly and me probably went at the same time.
Poor Gabby. I can imagine the fucking cleanup the next day on that one.
That was the night of the captain's log.
Yes, it was actually. Yeah.
Wait, what is it? Captain? What do you mean? What was this?
So the next morning we woke up. All of us woke up like, what happened last night?
Oh yeah,
what happened? And we checked Discord, and it was just a video from Perception on Captain's log of what happened, and it was funny as fuck. He's like, I may have puked last night. I can't remember. It was so good.
Yeah, the room's all dark. He goes, the lights. He goes, it's really blue, but it looks purple. He's like,
yeah, he was talking such drunk shit.
Oh, dude. It was like literally within like he passed out and woke up, like, you know, you wake up like a half hour later, and he was just like, and started recording. So it wasn't like a long. He was still pretty much. You probably still have to be pretty drunk when you made it.
Oh, it's funny funny as fuck. Yeah, we've had some good times on Tins&Gins. I'm glad it's a thing.
Fucking A, man. Dude, I'll definitely have to come back sometime, man. This has been really fun so far. I gotta mention. Holy
Joe, glad to mention to you, but we're gonna get everyone back for a second episode. Absolutely, we're gonna get
out shoeies and shots there, brother.
Oh, Joe, have you ever done a shoey by any chance?
I was gonna ask you about that earlier. Yeah, no, I think I did once. I'm pretty sure I feel like I did.
Shoey is something you remember.
Maybe I was just too drunk to remember. I don't remember, but I would do it again.
Yeah, we did
as long as the shit's kind of clean, but it's
shoey's
like,
good. Oh man, clean. Look at this man below me. Perception. Oh my god, I nearly got sick with him taking a shoey out of a runner, out of a fucking trainer.
The whole chat lit up as we poured it, and everyone in the chat was like,
"No!"
Perception.
I actually have the shoe here.
Yeah, he poured it into a shoe that it literally foamed at the edges.
Wet fucking field of mud before he
look at this shit. This is what he did a shoey out of. Oh my god, the state of it. Oh Jesus Christ.
Oh god, ends a running shoe. You know those stenches are soaked into the sole.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, poured the beer in and he just started pissing out of the sides of it. Oh, it's hilarious.
Yeah, because it's all fabric. So as soon as I started pouring it in, it started coming out the side, so I had to like rush and like, oh,
that was rank.
It was like trying to do like Das Boot, and then it went all the shirt and everything. Like, oh,
yeah, me and Beardy poured it. Joe, we poured it into like a leather shoe, so that you pour it in, come back next week, it's still in the shoe. Perception was just like soaking and foaming and fucking spit. Oh god, it was disgusting.
Pour the beer into a sponge and then fucking squeeze it in your mouth.
Oh. Oh god, that's literally
you sponge that.
Oh. You know what it is? The raw stench gives you the extra buzz, huh?
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
I remember actually.
He has mushrooms growing in them shoes.
It's that.
That reminds me of when I was at Budgie's house, we vaporized whiskey and drank it or smoked it. So yeah, we got a bottle, like just typical,
it's a waste of whiskey.
A typical bottle that you get water in, and we put whiskey into it, and we banged a bicycle pump into the top of it, pump it up, and then as soon as you open the top, everything just vaporizes, and you just, and it's weird. The vapor tastes like whiskey. But we didn't get drunk or anything. We got no buzz off it. So I don't think it works.
Waste of whiskey.
It was shit whiskey. It was probably Tully or something.
I've heard of boofing it, right?
Totally.
So
Oh no.
What's boofing it? Oh wait, is that when you take it in your ass?
yeah. Yeah.
Wait, what's that
No,
called
that's
again?
It's called
Boofing?
boofing.
Whiskey.
No,
boofing.
Boofing.
Yeah,
Boofing.
boofing with whiskey.
Which is
Fuck
alcohol in
that,
general.
dude.
Do you ever
People will
see?
do this.
Do you ever see girls
That is
like
a thing.
soak their tampon in like vodka, then put that shit up
What?
there? Yeah. Apparently,
No,
I don't think that's
I don't
boofing.
think
I don't know
that's
what
real.
that is, but
I don't think that's a real thing.
no, that's a thing. That is a
People
thing.
do it probably, but it's like I don't think it actually does anything because like I think the difference with like up your ass is like apparently there's like ways your digestive tract still absorbs it, and you can get drunk off of it apparently somehow.
Well, your ass. You know, your ass has the same taste buds as your mouth. That's
Taste.
why things are spicy.
This pizza's delicious.
No. Listen, if you eat hot wings and you crap and you're like, oh my god, that's hot. It's because of that. It's like it's the same like sensory thing.
Wait, no memes? No memes?
No memes.
Yeah, oh yeah, legit. That's why you got a
Hell?
spicy. That's why some days you wake up after eating some spicy food. You, know
You
what I mean?
turn that
Get a little, chicken over rice or
Oh,
something
man.
with extra red sauce. And next thing you know, you're like, oh my god, my asshole's on fire.
My asshole is an onion ring.
I mean, your asshole does pucker like lips.
Maybe.
Well, yeah. The whole tampon thing, isn't it the small and like it goes through like once it goes through the stomach, it goes through the small intestine next, and then the large intestine.
Yeah.
Isn't the small intestine the one that absorbs most of the stuff, and then the large
don't fucking
intestine
know.
gets rid of all the excess shit, turns it to shit, and
Your ass has a high
Whatever.
blood vessel density, so anything you put up there gets absorbed instantly. Like cum.
So
more you know.
wait, so we're gonna see a butt chug then when we get to Dublin there. Doiler's actually
Man, imagine I will do a live enema on stream with vodka. Imagine.
No.
Fuck it out.
How much it's got to burn, right?
No,
it's
put
gotta
educational
burn.
in your tag. Educational.
Yeah, yeah.
I get like
It's
a real,
covered.
real nice,
Yeah.
like a real nice cheap fucking vodka too. It's like, here you go.
oh Tesco.
I'll never
If you walk
forget.
into a
I'll
vodka
never forget the
place
time
on
I got Tesco value vodka and I put it into the freezer to cool it down, and it fucking froze. It turned into a block of
Turned
ice, and I
into
was
a
like, "This
slushy.
is quality vodka. This is quality shit."
No, it never turns into a full. Actually, no. Some of it does turn into a full.
It turned into like a
It's
slushy. That's
At least a
paint thinner.
slushy.
Gabby, I'll have you
So
know,
that's
I
like, is that like Everclear, like Tesco?
Tesco is like Tesco is like the supermarket
fucking
brand, so it'd be
Everclear.
like Walmart.
Nothing ever clear.
Okay.
It'd be like
sure.
Walmart vodka,
Yeah.
but Tesco value vodka is like the cheap shit. It's really cheap.
Okay.
It's like, I don't know. It's cheap as fuck.
€13 for a liter. Or
Yeah,
something
it's
like
cheap
that.
as fuck. But Gabby, I never got drunk, or I never got hungover on it. But fuck me, I got drunk on it. I'm pretty sure it was like leftover paint thinners that they just poured into a.
Jesus Christ.
bottle.
Yeah.
It was disgusting.
Disgusting.
Disgusting. Oh, Joe, if that's not a fucking emote on your stream, it should be. Disgusting.
Wait, you have the emo for that?
No,
Is there-
you gotta add it to your stream.
Oh.
Just her saying
like Just
disgusting.
the zoom in of the face. Maybe like I'll actually add it as an emote of like just her zoomed in because she makes a very particular face, right? You
Yeah.
notice that she's like, "It's fucking one of yous."
It was fucking
Yeah.
what he is.
The Sherloid, and the girl's just like,
Was the Brita vodka filtration ever a thing over there? I don't think so.
Brita, yeah.
Wait,
Wait,
vodka,
what?
and you send it through the Brita filter like 3 times and becomes nice vodka.
"Huh?"
Listen, vodka.
That's
vodka,
fancy.
All right.
I think
Vodka
like,
is
in
shit.
your head
No.
that makes sense, right? But I
Nah.
feel like in practice,
I never
it would-
understand people that can
Vodka's
pour
vodka.
vodka into a glass and they're like,
Snick,
Oh, yeah.
Snick wants you to
Oh,
tell
that's
Snick
the-
wants you to tell him.
They're
oh,
all
that's
tell him that
they're
Daniel-
fucking crazy. That's
Poirier's
fucking
gonna knock out
disgusting.
Conor McGregor.
I hope Conor McGregor gets knocked out because the lad's a cunt.
Told you, Snick, get that shit out of here.
I don't care about the fight, but I hope McGregor gets killed because he's a fucking dickhead.
He's the goat. He's gonna win. He's the goat.
I don't know much. I don't know much about Conor McGregor. So, in your mind,
He's
actually,
Poirier.
He's just a fucking
what makes him
dickhead.
like full on dickhead in your mind?
Yeah, he's just an overinflated dickhead. Like,
In
it's
Ireland,
just-
he's just a cunt. Like he
He
went
Irish?
to a pub in Ireland and he offered somebody his whiskey, and somebody said no, and the dude was like 70 years old, and he fucking socked the dude with a punch because he refused his whiskey. Yeah, there's a video online of him doing it.
Yeah, his whiskey is absolute shit too.
He's just he's an absolute scumbag.
God, like
y'all suck at video games.
There's so many things.
Y'all suck at picking fights, bitch. Sorry, go ahead.
Technically, he missed the jab.
It's one thing to get pissed off at like someone like, because I know some like cultures like where it's like if you reject their food, like, you know, and they're like, oh, did I do something wrong? Like, I get that, but like taking it to the next level, just punching a 70-year-old, like, why?
But the thing is, he punched the dude, and the dude like didn't he was like 70 years old, and he was just like, sorry, what? Did you just punch me?
Turned him down. He like turned him down and said like, nah, I don't drink something.
Yeah, but
I think
apparently
like trash or something. He did insult his whiskey or some shit.
Yeah, he's a fucking dickhead. He's an absolute cunt.
You have to wonder, like, in your head, like how much ego you have to do something like that. Like he must have passed the ego threshold like decades ago. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's the dude's just a fucking. He's so popular because he makes money. That's it.
Swine. Why do you keep putting Dax and question marks? What the fuck do you want?
He wants to say dumb shit. Need that right, swine.
No, he's doing this. He's like,
Dax, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, there you go. That's it. Billy got it.
Yeah, the guy insulted it, and McGregor was coked out of his head. Yeah, exactly. But he's just a cunt. Like, I don't give a shit about him.
Swine's a McGregor nut licker.
Like, McGregor has never been mentioned on the Irish, like the Irish news station, RTE News. McGregor has never been mentioned in terms of like, McGregor won this big fight because nobody fucking cares about him. Oh, wow. He's a dickhead.
He was mentioned during the Khabib thing when he attacked the bus.
Yeah, he was mentioned when he fucking attacks him.
but that was because he was going to court over in America. Yeah, one of his fights, it's probably like 3 years ago now. He was fighting Russian dude named Khabib Nurmagomedov, and they developed like
that no-name fighter that completely fucking obliterated him.
Yes. I don't even know what started the beef.
He's always mentioned.
McGregor like insulted like his family and his like religion and everything in the lead up to the fight, and like attacked his bus and all that, and then Khabib absolutely destroyed him in the fight.
Oh, Billy and Budgie, I stand corrected. He was mentioned in the news, but that doesn't take away from the fact that he's a fucking cunt. All right.
Yeah. Daniel Poirier is gonna win the fight. There's Nick. Throw your money on it.
The lad's a cunt.
Yeah. Team Louisiana hot sauce.
Sorry, yeah, he called Khabib a terrorist because he's a Muslim.
Yeah, that's the kind of guy he is.
Sounds like a very classy guy, huh?
Wait, listen, dude, listen. You can't. I respect the game because he puts asses in the seats. You know what I mean? That's what it's all about.
Ass to ass.
Well, look at the Jake Paul, Logan Paul thing.
He did put asses in seats.
Yeah, he put asses in seats. No,
Gabby, the lad's a cunt.
Still fucking does. This one's selling out. I guarantee this pay-per-view puts a high sell on there.
Yeah, the real losers are the people who paid for like some of these fights, right? That like just like that suck ass, right? Some of them I know.
That's like the whole Jake Paul and fucking what's his name?
Yeah,
that fucking
Jake Paul and Floyd Mayweather.
I call some of my Canadian boys. With the hot tips. Ain't that right, fellas? Get them fights on. Daddy'll be in soon.
A pound to a penny, like any of like the big cards, like the proper UFC cards compared to the fight nights, they'll usually be worse than the fight night cards. Even though they're the big people that are fighting. Usually it's just it goes to a decision. Nothing really major happens. And then the other ones you're going to get to see a few knockouts, get to see a few bloodbaths.
The ones you hear least
is good stuff.
Fucking heavyweights, baby. Big
or else you can
sloppy dudes in there just fucking throwing hands, throwing cinder blocks around. That's what you want to see. We all know you want to see it.
Yeah, that's when the world's going to take over watching Bare Knuckle Boxing League, baby.
The Bare Knuckle Boxing by fucking Michael O'Reilly down the road by Jesus. Oh man, kicking the shit out of fucking Tommy O'Hearney down. Oh man.
Yeah, shite in the bucket.
If you guys, I'm sure some of you
Did
seen
you
this
just
one.
really compare UFC to wrestling?
What's
You
this?
need to take 5. You need to step off that gin for a
What the
second.
fuck? Joe, what the fuck is that?
That came from the
That's
fight
funny.
after.
That's fucking hilarious. That is funny as shit.
One of the best memes to come out of that whole situation. That shit is hilarious. I'm like, oh god.
Yeah, wait, McGregor made the UFC what it is today. Yeah, Billy, sure. But that doesn't take apart from the fact that the lad's a cunt. I don't know how many times I've said this, but the lad's a cunt. He's an absolute arsehole.
No. That is complete horseshit. He did nothing. The fighters are still getting underpaid. Nothing's changed besides the fact that this dude gets whatever fight he wants because he makes Dana White money. Other than that,
Billy, that's like saying Hitler made the Holocaust what it was like. You know, it's just fucking...
fucking shit.
Like, what the fuck?
The level of publicity has always been there. He just has fans. He didn't fucking blow the sport up. The sport's always been popular.
Nah, the sport has
It
always been
has
popular.
Yeah, even
Steve,
before McGregor. Yeah.
what the? Why does everyone keep saying Dax and question marks? What the fuck do you want from me?
Bunch of shy boys in here, dude. Goddamn.
Yes, dude. What?
Gabby, fuck off, man.
He made it mainstream. UFC. You think he made UFC mainstream? You guys before McGregor,
Liddell,
UFC
yeah.
crushed fucking boxing on its own before McGregor even came out.
Well, here's the thing: is like
he did make
people,
it more mainstream.
He
did help make it more.
You can't just like point to. The thing is, you can't point to just one person and say this person made it what it is. Like, no, it's like every dude. Like, you can say about any sport, NBA, NFL, NHL, whatever, right? You have multiple people that make it what it is. It's not just one person, right?
Yeah. Yes.
That's the point. It's never just one person.
Oh yeah, well, Billy, he can add to it, but that doesn't take apart from the fact that he's a fucking cunt. All right, the lad's a fucking prick. I don't care what he did.
Not. McGregor was just another good fighter that came up and fucking fizzled out. That's all. He's good at talking shit.
Yeah, like he added to it. Yeah, he made it big, whatever. But
no,
I think the whole fact of me saying the lad's a prick, like I think it's still.
Dax is definitely his biggest fan.
Oh, what a fucking tube and Barbie girl. Let's go.
Are you really playing Barbie Girl right now?
Yeah, apparently it just came up in the playlist. What a fucking tune. Barbie, let's go party.
Can we add McGregor as a cunt counter? That thing will be off the charts right now.
I'm telling you, but like in fairness, how many Irish people actually are like, oh, McGregor's deadly. I love McGregor. I don't think there's many Irish people you come across that are like, yeah, McGregor's a decent human being. I think everyone's kind of like on the same boat of, yeah, he's a bit of a scumbag.
More than you guys do.
Nah, not everyone. There'd still be a lot of heartthrobs.
Yeah, there's some hardcore fans of him.
You're letting your own bias or overshadow it there.
No one's arguing he's not scum. Billy, what the fuck are we arguing about? I don't even know what's going on.
Arguing that he didn't make
Too late, Chauncey. You already said off. Yeah.
Bigger than it was, or what it is today.
Stone Cold.
I think that was the original one.
Steve Austin. Anyone ever had Stone Cold's beer, by the way? I know. I told Perception I was going to try to get some.
Stone Cold.
I want to order it. Yeah, Broken Skull Ranch IPA.
I like IPAs. I'll take it. Sounds good.
I don't know. It's only sold in like specific. I don't know if it's. I was trying to find it.
Regional oriented.
Yeah, I don't know if it ships international, but it would probably be shaken to shit by the time it got to my door.
Why did Stone Cold dress like a gay biker? Oh, Budge.
Budge, you need to try Jim. I need to try Jameson Black Barrel.
Oh God, so good.
We need to get a bottle of that when Beardy's. Man, Budgie, when Beardy's here, we need to get a bottle of Jameson, bottle of Dingle.
Bottle of Dingle?
And that's about it. Oh yeah, Dingle Gin is like there's a place in the west of Ireland called Dingle, and they make gin, and it's fucking quality.
I love it. Whenever I think Dingle, I just think Dick.
A lot of people think about dingleberries.
Fermented
right, the dingleberries.
Oh, the old dingleberries, lads.
guaranteed to be a hard guy. Hard gatey? What? Hard guy? any hard guys in the chat?
Any hard boys in the chat?
I
Fuck's
see,
sake.
fucking speaking of that, I seen a funny video earlier on.
My
And it
that's my
was
secret.
this guy, and he was doing
Mo's a hard boy.
you know, the speed solving of Rubik's cubes.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
is
he
this
was
when he
doing one
solves
of-
it and he stands up and he has a massive boner?
Yeah.
What?
But the dude is like 12 years old. Oh, it's fucking horrible.
Yeah, and
Let me
like
get a
it was just, like,
hell
he
yeah,
solves it
brother.
like super fast, and then he goes boom, and then he stands up, and like it's grand for a second, but he
Ah.
must have had it like tucked up like under his waistband, and then he stands back, and you just see boom coming like straight out of his pants. And there's just like a fucking like little kid like half his height there, just like and you're just like, don't look down, don't look down.
Please, boys, don't do it.
Don't look at this little boy's penis, please.
All right, lads. Hate to break
Are
it to you,
erect? It's
but
just
we are
the,
2 hours 45 minutes into Tins and Gins.
It's the
So-
pattern in the pants.
So, as all good things begin, all good things must end.
Yeah.
So, what?
No.
Beardy, you okay?
We shall
What?
not
Yeah.
end.
Oh, whoa, Joe, can you do that again?
Oh.
Should I for everyone? Shh.
Doomslayer, I've come for you. Thine time has come. Thy beginning and thine end.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. But anyway,
Ooh.
yeah, guys, we're gonna send you over to our boy. We are gonna send you to a stream where you're not gonna leave.
Ooh.
Maxa Drums is live at the moment. So for
And he's
anyone
got
who
his drum kit
Next a million.
back.
he has the drum kit back. Oh man. Guys,
He's behind-
for
he's
anyone who
behind
doesn't
the
know Maxa
kit.
Drums, Max is somebody that we had on Tins and Gins before. He's a drummer
seen him,
on
yeah.
Twitch. He is
He's a
fucking
fucking
insane. He is so good. And now he has his drum kit back working. He has all of his audio set up. He's a drummer on Twitch. He is fucking insane. Beauty. He is so good. Beauty, stop listening to me. It's awkward when I hear myself. I hate it.
I didn't know it was cranked up that loud.
I hate it.
Turn the
I
streams
hate
down.
it.
Let him hear the streams. Go ahead.
But anyway, we're raiding now. Joe, thank you so much for joining us.
Anytime.
Yeah, fucking thanks for coming
This
on.
has been
Joe.
a serious.
You're
I
probably
know.
gonna, you're probably gonna get song requests. So do you want to talk about this now? Do we got any suggestions for song requests before you go in there?
Oh, song request. Joe, what do you want to listen to?
You guys know Baby Metal?
It probably go.
A few people do know, yeah.
Baby Metal? You think so?
What do you want?
Yeah, I think. Yeah,
Hey,
I think
would,
I'll-
yeah.
You got a
Okay.
song? Throw it out there. I guarantee he'll drum to it.
Quick, give me a link, and I will get in there. Guys, we're going to be in. Well, myself, Beardy, and Perception are probably going to be in voice chat after this. If anyone wants to come in and say hello, I'm probably going to be live for the next 2 hours, probably in there. So if you want to drop in and say hello, Joe, if you're not busy as well, feel free to join us.
Yeah,
Enjoy
of course.
Max's stream, guys. Talk to you after. That was fucking quick.